Looks like you got the memo, Jeremy.
Looks like you did too, because this time we actually are live. She was just talking to an empty camera and she didn't even click go live. She's like, and we definitely ain't live.
I thought I hit live, but
she was like,
out. He was my second set of eyes.
She was like, are we? No, we are not. We're not live.
Welcome back to our weekly live stream where Jeremy likes to start the live off with a song. Thank you, James Francis.
I don't know what to sing about.
Thanks, Christine Roman Noodles. Oh, you know what to sing about. Thanks, Rose, for the $2 super chat.
You gotta admit, it's been quite a week.
Thanks, D Nice, for the $2.
Otter Creek. You think Otter Creek? With the week in Otter Creek, with all the freak? You think we should?
Thanks, Don. Aloha.
That's what you're thinking?
The time that we spent in Otter Creek definitely went by quickly.
Not quickly enough for someone here.
I am glad to be back at Hale's headquarters. It was good seeing the baby ducklings who are no longer baby ducklings. They're now teenagers and will soon be laying eggs in like 6 to 7 months, from what I hear.
And we found out our water filter is not filtering water as well as we thought. That's how bad Otter Creek water is.
That was an eye-opener for us. Why didn't we test that before?
I have no idea. Because Don didn't offer us $50 bet before.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Sean.
Definitely because Don didn't offer us a $50 bet.
Yeah.
Couldn't turn down $50.
Thanks, Haskell. Thanks, Renee. Stoop freak. I mean, you saw the water, and he brushes his teeth with that water.
Yeah.
The dentist needs to see that video.
He uses bottled water to brush her teeth.
I do.
I brush my teeth in the shower.
Thanks, Mary Dale.
I actually brush my teeth in the shower. Mm-hmm. And so she's always like, would you stop putting that water in your mouth?
Thanks, Crystal.
Russ, the sauce, he's stealing water from us. I said, Russ,
thanks,
the sauce, he's stealing water from us. I said, Russ, the sauce, stealing water from us. He's stealing water from us.
Grandma Nay, thanks.
You know, Russ actually stopped creeping around town for a little bit when the heat was on.
If you watched one of our videos, while he was on town hall clock hours, he drove around the schoolhouse. The actual school with children at least 3 times.
Residents are recording that he is now yet again recording and reporting, creeping all over town again. Because Russ, the sus, he's creeping on us. I said, Russ, the sus, creeping on us. Said Russ, the sus, he's creeping on us. He's creeping on us.
Max Lab, thank you for the 2. Melody.
We did a poll this week.
Yes.
Who people thought would
Teresa Harding,
go to jail first? Russ the Sus, Mary,
Betty Rogers, thank you.
Lynette, John Crook.
Yeah.
Hell, even in some instances,
Jack Sar, thank you.
We threw in Don the Con, but some places we could only get 4 options.
That's too bad. 4 is not enough.
That's true. In Otter Creek, 4 is
thanks, Mike
not
Richard.
Enough. Russ the Sus, cuffs will look.
Thanks, Turkey Cheese.
Russ the Sus, look so good in cuffs. I said Russ the Sus.
Thank you,
look
Starlight.
So I said Russ the Sus, look so good in cuffs. Look so good in cuffs.
You know, I never went back to look at the results of that toll.
You know, honestly, I never did either.
Maybe Who was in the lead? Who was in the lead last?
I never looked either.
Never looked either.
What about Don the Con keeping us from clean water?
He owes everyone in the room $50, not just you. Because he was looking at the town when he said it.
I'll bet you $50.
Thanks, Alicia.
Don the Con with a brain of a pecan. Don the Con with a brain of a pecan. Don the Con with a brain of a pecan. With the brain of a pecan.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Don the Con, you know he be lion. Don the Con, can't. He be lying. He be lying.
Tracy Chairman is in the chat all the way from England.
Oh, nice.
Brought her mom's
That's
Milk
right.
Time to Grill.
They came all the way to Florida, half Milk Time to Grill.
And it was mom's first time in the U.S.
Everybody that wanted to get in, we apologize. We had to cut it off.
We did.
And we know there were so many that wanted to be there. We had to cut it off. The facility could only hold so many.
Right.
We are sorry that we had to cut it off. And
I think if there was any more guests that have Milk Time to Grill, it would have been overwhelming.
you know what? 1 mil. 1 mil, no cutoff.
Thanks, Billy.
1 mil, time to chill.
Thanks,
No
Elvis.
cutoff. You know, Lynette
There
says,
has to be a cutoff. Thanks, Jennifer.
Lynette says that her combating the truth is keeping all the agencies at bay right now. Lynette, you know you have an open case. You know that case has not closed. You know the only reason anything is getting done in your place is because you have an open case.
Because the calls have been made for you to do something. Thanks,
And you
Jennifer.
know, Ned, you ain't seen nothing yet. I said, Lynette, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Stop. Thank
Lynette,
you.
ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait till I get back down there in 2 months. Down
Thanks,
there
Mary
every
Didier.
single day. Oh my goodness.
Gina said looks like Russ was in the lead.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, thanks, Gina.
What'd you think about John Crook coming over
Thanks,
to the
Tom
property
Swank.
and trespassing on the property?
Oh, when he was trespassing?
And he said that he wants to go toe to toe with me, and I give him the opportunity, and his only response is, "Man, you're picking on an elderly with a leg brace. You just gotta pick out." And then his savior and Lynette's savior, Sharda,
Thanks, Grandma
takes
Diane.
all the sound out of the video and cuts the video and doesn't
Well-
even show that he's in his bare feet. And she's a pathological liar.
You do
liar.
realize where there was loud Western music playing over it, right?
Yeah, because he has the foulest mouth in
Oh
the
my
world,
God.
he
And the
incriminated
poor baby
himself.
was sitting in the back
Yeah.
seat as he was swearing. What a
Absolutely
disgrace.
incriminated
He should be
himself.
ashamed of himself.
I said, John
Thanks,
Crook,
Richard.
you ain't off the hook. I said, John Crook, you ain't off the hook. I said, John Crook, you ain't off the hook. You ain't off the hook. You know what that gives
Thanks,
us, right?
Nimby Step.
You know what that gives us, right?
What? What is that?
The Shady Bunch.
They
The
are
Shady Bunch. That's the way they became the Shady Bunch. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Faith Walk says, "Are you going to hold him to that bet? The bet was legal and on video."
Absolutely, I'm holding them to the bet.
Mhm. He's
Are
going
you
to have to
kidding?
give you half of his monthly council check.
Well-
Well, $100 check.
I think he ought to
You're gonna have to
give
give you
part of
half
his
of it.
check as well to pay for the postage of sending him his packet, which he lives 30 seconds walking distance away from. And he came to the meeting almost 30 minutes early and could have viewed
Thanks, Jody.
it. And he should be at the workshops doing his job that the people
Thanks,
hired him
Tom.
for as they elected him to do his job.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure that he actually deserves a paycheck, to be honest.
You know, a lot of people agree, and they're wondering, you know, what does he do for the town? What positive has he brought to the town? Because the only thing you see and that he talks about is nothing, and he argues. So he just shows up to the meeting.
Haven't you heard? He's a hero.
He has yet
Haven't you
to
heard?
volunteer
He
to
is
do
a
anything
hero.
extra.
He is a hero of laughter and
hero of what?
entertainment.
A hero of what exactly?
He is a hero
Thanks,
of
Glenn.
comedy. We know that for sure. He provides comic relief. There are quite a few people who are hoping that he never gets off the council
Thanks,
because
Chris.
it just would not be
It would
as
not be
funny
the same.
without him.
You know what? I agree, because who else would be the person that opposes everything?
Who else would make an illegal bet in town hall
Thanks, Crafty.
and then miserably lose the bet? Okay, I got you. I got you. All right.
Thanks, Carrie Bird.
So there are other people wondering, hey, Jeremy, this week you said we could win some very, very expensive O-lights in tonight's live stream. And that is the case. You will have the ability to
Thanks,
win
Lynette's Mole, for the two.
these O-lights tonight. You will have the ability to win these O-lights tonight.
Thanks,
We will be giving
Louisiana.
these away For free.
For free. Those are some good
For
lights.
Free. Stay tuned, okay? So there are times when we actually video and I have to
Thanks, Kimberly.
I have to, a good journalist seeks out all sides.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And a good journalist has to correct when that journalist reports something wrong. So there's a few things that I actually have to correct. Okay. So number one, I had stated that Madam Mayor Therese, as the mayor, could not make a motion or vote unless to break a tie. And I stand corrected. It was over 3 years ago, right? It was over 3 years ago, I think, when I actually got the town ordinances, and I actually put them all in a PDF file for the entirety of the people of the town. And it's been quite some time since I've actually read over the certain portions of them. So in the case of Otter Creek, the mayor has a voting ability at any point in time. And so Madam Mayor Therese, as I said, she could only break a tie in a vote. Madam Mayor Therese can vote at any time for anything. So there's a correction number one. Now, correction number two, I had stated that,
thanks, Shane,
that it was most likely Belinda who types up the meeting minutes.
Thanks, Wesley.
And I actually have been corrected that it is actually Madam Mayor Therese who's been typing up the minutes. And so correction number two, Madam Mayor Therese has been typing up the minutes. And you don't need to type them there. I mean, honestly, there's enough technology right now that it'll transcribe it for yourself.
Yeah.
But it is recorded. You'll see in the table, there's a little recording device like this, and then it's transcribed later. Not to mention, it's videoed as well. So I'd stated that, well, it's most likely Belinda. I was wrong.
Thanks, Boats.
It is actually Madam Mayor Therese.
Well, you took a guess and you guessed Belinda.
Yes. So that's correction number two. Now,
thanks, Samuel.
There are those when I had stated that 55 cents of every dollar I make goes towards taxes.
Thanks,
there are
Tracy.
Those that have said, Jeremy, you have misrepresented yourself. There's no way the highest tax bracket in federal government is 37%. Okay, well, let's back up a little bit.
So does that mean your CPS is...
You mean my CPA?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, well, apparently they act as my CPA and they know more than I know about my finances. So here, let's do a little more education, because they have stated there's no way. Yeah, there is a way. I pay federal taxes, state taxes, city taxes. I pay multiple state taxes. I pay multiple city taxes. At the end of the day, when you put all my taxes together, 55 cents of every dollar I make goes towards taxes. So thank you for thinking that you know something about my finances that you don't. You're not my CPA. I haven't hired you. You stand corrected. Good journalist always makes the corrections needed. So those individuals have been stood corrected as well. And George knows, because she's in the meetings with my CPA, which we're supposed to have a meeting. We're supposed to have a meeting soon about forecasting for the end of the year, which we haven't scheduled yet. But in regards to that, I did not misspeak. And to reiterate all of that, if the government gave me more money, or what you may know as Reagan economics, if the government actually gave me my money back, as what you know as Reagan economics, and allowed me to invest my money into increasing my business, what that does is gives people purpose, because I can employ more people. Therefore, they're actually working for their money instead of sitting at home and getting free money and doing nothing. Now, I realize most people want to sit at home and do nothing and get paid for it. I'm not one of those individuals.
Sometimes I'm one of those.
He is. So you can see where we struggle here. So I rather the government actually give me my money back and let me invest it into the economy and grow the economy. But the government currently wants to take the money, especially under this administration, has taken more money from me than ever before, and then wants to invest it in destroying the economy instead of actually building the economy. Now, we never talk politics on the channel, but you can figure out where I fall and where I lie. I am a businessman, and therefore the government should give me my funds and let me invest in the economy with my funds.
Thanks, Greg.
And if you go, well, the government owes me this. Government doesn't owe you anything. You get up and you make your day and your priorities, and you owe yourself to get out there and get it done. Get hungry. Get a hunger inside of you and go get it done. And
on days where I feel like doing nothing because I want 2 days off a week,
I still
don't
pay you.
have that hunger.
I still pay you.
But I do get hangry. I do get hangry.
Actually, there are days that I don't pay you. But that's a side note.
So let's talk about the 1-year term.
I've got one more correction.
Okay.
Which isn't even a correction. It's a clarification. And then we can get into the 1-year term. All right. I don't understand how there are still viewers out there that don't understand the clarity on the point that we are the only individuals with a YouTube channel that creates content that lives in Otter Creek.
Mm-hmm. So
George, when I say only, what does that mean?
So in other words, there are other people that pretend that they live in Otter Creek, but they don't. They make you think that they live in Otter Creek, but they don't.
So they get a post office box in Otter Creek, which
Correct.
Anybody can do.
The town that they live in does not have a post office, and Otter Creek is the closest post office.
So I don't understand the misunderstanding of we are the only.
The misunderstanding is because that person represents themselves as if they live in Otter Creek because they have a mailing address of PO,
which they don't, and they never have lived in Otter Creek.
Yes, that is.
And
correct.
If there are individuals so concerned about individuals cleaning up, then encourage that individual to clean up their own place. Mm-hmm. As that's been seen as well. So only means only, correct?
Correct.
And just to clarify yet again, What You Doing Willis has every opportunity to film with us and does film with us, and he has our permission to use our name when he does film with us. So there's been some questions in regards to What You Doing Willis. And Travis Willis does not live in Otter Creek. Right. He lives 30 minutes away, and we've been out to his place. He comes out to our place, vice versa. And sometimes we go out to barbecues out into his place.
We've done
Trenton,
karaoke
out there with him and Julia. This last instance, he was helping. I was able to gather some volunteers together to help unload the bear unit, and so he actually videoed all that. So he had videoed unloading the bear unit and the safe, which was insane. But we appreciate the help there, and there's the clarification that there is only one YouTube channel creating content. I mean, people have Correct. Profiles and they watch. There's one channel creating content in Otter Creek. That's it. There is only one resident. It's us. Mm-hmm. That's it. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be more, but just because somebody represents themselves trying to look as if they're from Otter Creek, they are not, nor have they ever lived in Otter Creek.
That is correct.
And I'm not sure why that needs clarification, but when you get 500 questions of, well, what about? Only. That's what about. All right, now let's get into the 1-year term.
So 1-year term.
What do you want to know about it?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about the year term. Yeah, let's talk about the year term. Oh, let's talk about boo boo hoo hoo.
Thanks, Lynette.
Joke a list. Let's talk about the year term.
So the attorney flip-flopped on on the advice that he gave as far as electing the 1-year seat.
So Russell does not show to a meeting.
Correct.
Attorney Warm says, Madam Mayor Therese, just give him the 1 year at the next meeting. If he doesn't show, you automatically just give him the 1-year term.
Thanks, Applegate.
So the Attorney Warm tells her, give him the 1-year term.
Yes.
Next meeting, Russell shows his flushed red face, doesn't say a word, and now all of a sudden, Attorney Warm is saying, well, maybe there is no president, which in other words, there is no law for or against. There is no law, which is funny because Lynette is trying to spew all of her continuous lies, saying that Madam Mayor actually broke the law. She broke Sunshine Law.
I would like to see which law was broken.
Please, Lynette, show us the law. You're so smart. You're so smart. You graduated early. You went to college early. You're a genius. You are such a genius. Please educate us.
No one has yet to provide which law was broken because it doesn't exist. It only exists in the mind of
an insane
the person
individual
that thinks that she did it illegally and broke the law.
Well, the same person that has claimed that all these things are going to happen, and yet it always goes the opposite way for her.
So I would like to debunk that.
Okay.
And provide proof.
Well, we're still waiting for her.
Which statute was broken?
We're still waiting for her to provide proof of these texts between me and Jamster. And yet here this week, Jamster reaches out to me and says, "You are right, Jeremy. She is mentally unstable." And you can see all that. You can see all that in the community tabs. Jamster reached out. As a matter of fact, I have voice messages from her as well. And there's got to be at least 10 minutes of voice messages. So let's peek here real quick first. The funny thing is I actually blocked her on my personal account. And somehow and then she got in the What the Hales account and she tried to still communicate in the What the Hales account. So these three, Lynette, Jamster, Sharta, Shart and Jamster and Lynette all got together because they're anti-CPS, anti-government.
Well, that's how they all met, was on these anti-CPS.
They're all mentally unstable.
So
they all deserve everything that they get. Here's a few voice messages here in regards to what she has to say about Lynette and what's happened on the property.
No, they backstab each other.
Oh my goodness, they backstab.
It's so bad.
Remember, this was Lynette's best friend and sister. This is her best friend and sister and godmother. And now neither of them want anything to do with each other. It's just a matter of time before Lynette and Shark.
Oh my God, the amount of backstabbing between those two, it's pretty sad.
Oh, I just can't wait to see. I can't wait to see Shark show up and John Crook get his abuse on. That's gonna be interesting.
I wonder how long before the journalist and Lynette turn against each other.
Yeah,
they turn.
So let's take bets now. How long is it going to take for the Jokalist and Lynette to actually turn on each other? And we've seen this before. Now, to be clear, this Jokalist has been part of a lawsuit and had to take her out of fear, took her entire website down. Out of other Jokalist attempts, she's tried to jump on the coattails of Lee.
Welcome, jump.
Lee.
Wasn't that her viral story?
Oh, she's been so viral. With
there's
Lee.
No proof of any of
and
that.
Then her and Lee turn on each other. Oh my goodness. Don't worry. We are investigating everything. We're going to have the full interview for you here shortly because she's lying. She's physically lying on her platform saying that she's contacted us for an interview. Pathological liar. Pathological liar. But we have her number. We are going to interview her, and then we're going to give her number to all of you so you can interview her as well.
So the fact that Russ has been confronted about stonewalling the council people, not answering his phones, not answering emails, he didn't even bother to come in to volunteer, didn't even bother to put in any input, just proves that he does not care about the town. This is the former mayor not putting any input with the new administration and helping the new mayor.
Yeah.
So he's got his arms crossed and he's pouting.
Do you think that's what Sharta's going to do when I interview her in regards to her losing her son to CPS? You think she's going to do the Russ the Sus?
Maybe. But the fact that the former mayor isn't willing to help the new mayor and the new councilman just shows that he really doesn't care about the town of Otter Creek. He's just there for a check. Absolutely just there for a check. So yes, he deserves the 1-year term seat. I don't know why else.
I'm sorry. I have to.
Who else?
I have to completely and totally disagree with you, George.
Why?
We're going to have to agree to disagree here.
He deserves the 1-year term.
Let's agree to disagree because he don't deserve any term whatsoever.
Well, at this point, yes, but they have to follow the 1-year term. I mean, he could decide to not show up for more meetings. He can decide to never show up ever again.
I think the people
he would
would
get
be
his
happy.
Self-recalled sooner, right?
Or he goes to jail, which is probably the higher probability at this point is he's doing a jail time. He's doing a term.
Could be that, or he could flee. And
I don't doubt that
may
happen as well.
I mean, anything
we've
could
considered
happen.
that as well, that he is probably going to flee and go in hiding. So we have taken that into consideration.
So, and then he doesn't say much during the meeting. So
Whoa. He had one of the most profound statements ever this week.
Which was what?
I don't do emails.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've been Since when? Since when did he stop doing emails? Because it wasn't a problem before when he was the mayor. Why all of a sudden he doesn't do emails now? Because he realized that, oh no.
Who done did that?
Emails can be an enemy. It's
Man,
not a friend.
He's the silent, strong type. When he speaks, people listen. I don't know email.
And then the famous line for Don this week was, I bet you $50.
Oh my goodness. The amount of money we could make on t-shirts. But here's the funny thing. Lynette wants to go out there and say, they're making money. And we're not the ones trying to sell t-shirts. She's the one that tried to sell t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And utterly failed.
Team
like
Otter Creek.
everything else in her life. Utterly failed.
Yep. Woo. So a lot of
You
people
okay?
are questioning. Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
You
Thanks,
all right?
Andrew.
You need me to fan you off? A lot of people are wondering how they're going to win these O-Lights tonight because we're giving away free O-Lights tonight.
What color are those O-Lights?
Everybody knows they're blue. They're matching our hoodies. These ones are 20. Wait, this is me and you. I'm long and tall, and you're short and stout. And this is my dream come true.
What color is this one? Thanks, Patricia.
It's
for the
blue.
tip. It's purple.
This is my dream come true. George on one side of me.
This one right here. What color is this flashlight?
It's blue. The same as what we're wearing.
But the middle one's purple.
No, it's not. It's the exact same as the other ones. This is my dream come true.
Jeremy's
George,
colorblind, so
George on the side of
same.
me, and a mini George on the side of me.
Lady Antique says, didn't Russ do emails with Mary?
2 Georges would never be able to handle it. Ever.
Yes.
I can't even
If
handle
he didn't
one.
do email, then an email wouldn't exist, right?
Absolutely. He has utilized email, and that's going to be
email
proven
address
as well.
exists.
Records and requests is going to prove that very, very quickly. So he's an incompetent fool. All he does is incriminate himself even more. It's just like Lynette, John Crook, like Sharda. They're incompetent fools. They are literally incompetent fools.
Welcome,
and
Tammy.
You've heard it. Birds of a feather flock together. So you get it when you go, oh, Lynette flocks with Jamster and Shart, and you go, oh yeah, those 3 definitely go together. You get it when you get a Don the Con and a Russ the Sus and a Mary, Mail is scary and math is scary, and you get them all together and you're like, holy cow. What we need is individuals that actually understand money and understand business that can actually run the town. That's what we need on the council. Not individuals that sit back and do nothing. Not individuals that are just there to get $100 because nobody else would run. Not individuals that have their own interest in mind, such as I want control over the water, so I can have control over people. So we need individuals that actually understand business and money. And it's not a difficult thing. So right now you're going, Jeremy, then you need to run. No, I don't need to run. I don't need another thing on my plate. And Otter Creek is a small thing. There is nothing difficult about Otter Creek. So I've said this before. I'll say it again. I ran a 175 acre organization. I had more people going through my doors with running all programs and everything. I was food service. I was lodging. I was a small town in itself. I was bigger than Otter Creek, and I managed it just fine. I had more employees than the town has people, and I don't need an Otter Creek on my plate.
Thanks, Mary.
What we need is to live in peace, be left alone, and do our jobs. Whatever that is that we want to do that day, being fun employed. We need stalkers not moving across the street and begging. We need safety. So we don't need stalkers across the street the day before we show up shooting at cars that look like her Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, Lynette is also saying, I called the Levy County Sheriff today. Nobody called. No, nobody called the Levy County Sheriff.
Weren't there.
We weren't there to report it. It was our neighbor who told us. after the meeting that said, by the way, was that you they were shooting at? And we went, whoa, back up. So we can't report it. We're not a witness of it. Our neighbor can call and report it, which all of her neighbors want them gone. I can't think. Can you think of one person?
No.
Can you think she keeps claiming that the entire town of Otter Creek is supportive of her?
How is that possible when she's never met the entire town? We've met more people than she has. She doesn't leave her property.
The entire town wants her to shut her mouth and get out.
Yeah.
So the only people that are potentially not glad, not happy, but relieved that she puts all of this unnecessary drama on herself, because she's done it all of herself, she's a victim of her own self, are Russ the Sus, Don the Con, Mary, which they are not friends. They do not communicate, do not believe her lies, do not send anything for Mary. They're relieved because she takes pressure off of them, because she's so foolish and stupid. She brings herself to the forefront with all of her drama and junk.
Philip White wants to know, is the council under oath at the meetings?
They've already taken them.
They were under oath as soon as they were sworn in. So if you remember a few months back when they were all sworn in, they were under oath. Thanks, James, for the 5. Thanks, Julie. Can't wait for the piece either. It's definitely the few days that we were there in Otter Creek, every time we drove past Lynette and Crook's property, I was terrified. I don't trust those two people.
Well, they're racist. They're complete and total racists.
They do carry weapons, and they're not afraid to shoot.
They are complete and total racists.
Yeah, they are. They're unstable.
They are racist against Arabics and who knows what other race.
Definitely both unstable, and I never ever feel comfortable driving past.
Here's something the last time we drove by, and we knew exactly where they were at this point when we drove by, because we got people. Look at this. This is the shade. It's a freaking 110 degrees.
That's turtle soup.
This is the shade they're providing for a tortoise. That's ridiculous. That's the shade they're providing for a tortoise on 110 degrees.
Thanks, Denny.
In Florida.
Welcome, Nikki.
Crappy plywood over a round bin. That's the shade they're providing for a tortoise. This is the quality that this is a rescue. These animals need rescued. Over 110 degrees, which they were not here at this point in time.
Oh my goodness.
They were at the splash park. They're putting garbage, piece of plywood. Insane.
Yeah, it was so hot. As soon as I came outside, my glasses were fogged up. That's how hot it was when we were there. Yes, turtle boiling in the galvanized.
Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. Now you know what's going to happen. Now they're going to have to take care of it again. And the only way that animal is going to get saved is because I brought it to attention again. That's the only way anything has ever happened on that piece of property, is I brought it to attention. And we left everything alone for, I would say, 6 months, as Lynette was posting garbage about her.
We ignored them.
And then she went, I'm tired of this. I went, game on. Let's go.
Yeah. We try to ignore it, and she kept pushing.
We haven't even begun yet. We haven't begun. This will not end. This will not end until they are in jail. Which, honestly, it may end differently, because I have a feeling both of them are going to end up shooting each other. And then what happens to this child if CPS doesn't come in and intervene? And so there are those who go, Jeremy, enough. We just want Otter Creek. Well, that's Otter Creek. And how in the world can you not protect this child?
What about the animals?
They're already probably dead. They were baking in a galvanized bin at 110 degrees with a crappy piece of plywood over a portion that doesn't even cut the sun out. I mean, insanity. Insanity. It will not end until they are in jail, period. Now, whether they kill each other beforehand, that's on them.
That is on them.
But CPS better intervene and save that child. Like, this is not okay. These two are so mentally unstable, and they hang out with mentally unstable people. How do you get more unstable than a shark? How do you get more unstable than a jamster?
It's pretty sad.
It's beyond sad.
And the person that suffers the most is that poor adopted child that deserves better.
Now they're going to go, we're victims. We're victims. Jeremy is victimizing us. Really? Okay, we are a successful middle-aged couple. We're victims of unsuccessful elderly. We're victims because we're an interracial relationship. Why do they have to pick on? Why do they have to bully successful middle-aged interracial people? Because they're complete and total racist? Because of jealousy? Because they didn't achieve anything in their life? Because they live in garbage? Because they're proud that they're crapping in a toilet outside instead of indoor plumbing for a child? They, at what point? I mean, they've bullied Russell. They've bullied Mary.
Yes, and the attorney.
They've bullied Attorney Worm.
Yes.
They've bullied Stewart,
yes.
which you've barely seen with us. They were going to bully Captain Dan. Sweet man.
So if you guys remember the corrupt signs that John hand painted that we showed,
The illegal
he
signs.
left a blank area so that he could
write
add
in
Captain Dan's
Captain
name
Dan.
in there.
Do you have some of those screenshots on you right now of them bullying?
Yeah, my phone's charging right now.
Really? So they've bullied, and now because they've messed around with us and we actually have pushed back, now all of a sudden they need Russ on their side. Russ will save us. Russ can't save anybody. If Russ was about saving anybody,
about those two.
Russ would have gotten the town decent water, which he did not. So now they're begging for his help. You think Russell's going to come to their aid and their help? That's the biggest joke in the world after what they've done. Illegally, based on IRS guidelines, putting signs in their yard against Russ, which their yard, a 501c3. Here you go. Here you go. There's the sign. You can see the sign, and you can see, hold a second, let me get it back. You can see the sign. These videos are going to the IRS, which John's actually out there swearing the entire time. So these signs are going to the IRS. Stop the corruption. And you can see it's right on their property. So we are doing everything we can to make sure that they actually adhere to the law. Apparently she's texting me. We're doing everything we can to make sure they adhere to the law and that the animals are cared for and that the child is cared for as well. But now we've got the entire town that's involved as well. Oh my goodness, she's texting me all kinds of stuff. All right, here you go. You need to see any of it. There's John Crook. It's out of control. The corruption is out of control. October 12th, 2022. Okay. Hi, I'm Lynette Michelle Preston. Yeah, she's actually Lynette. I go by Michelle. No, you don't. I have a tortoise and bird rescue. Here she is. We desperately need change on our board members. Mayor and his people are running our little town into the ground. She's talking about Russ the Sus. Look at the date. August 15th, 2022. She tried to run against him. She ran her mouth too much and destroyed her own reputation. I mean, absolutely insane, these people. I'm going to send you
another one where John's talking really bad about the mayor, the former mayor.
Here we go. John Crook yet again. Again covered. We got people with brains.
Meaning the people running for council that were running for council.
He's talking about Lynette. We got people with brains, Lynette, running against them and no backroom deals. Our mayor's chasing down crack whores in his own pleasures and keeping Otter Creek a pigsty. This is John Crook saying that Russ the Sus was keeping Otter Creek a pigsty. What do you have to say about your own place? But now they're pro. They're all for Russell. I mean, these fools.
Talk
These
about
fools.
flip-flopping. Talk about absolutely flip-flopping, which
Ignorant,
makes you
incompetent.
question their mental stability. Like they're
drugged up. I mean, come on. We already know that. She's posting.
True.
She's literally posting her drug results. She's so foolish that everybody is interpreting them going, you're hooked on opiates.
Mm-hmm.
She's so foolish. So this is what we've got in Otter Creek. We got Russ the Sus doing all this corruption. And then you got John Crook and Lynette stalking us to Otter Creek, creating even a bigger mess in Otter Creek, creating drama
Jim.
with them. Then when Lynette doesn't get voted in, then it's even more drama because the people didn't vote her in. She didn't get any money from What the Hales. We don't let her have any of our property. We're sick and tired of her mouth. The people are sick and tired of her mouth. You even saw in the last meeting, they're going straight to her house and taking care of things.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, if 100 people go over there, I ain't stopping them.
So Philip White, when he asked, were they under oath? He said, so John the Con made an illegal bet under oath.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yes, he did.
He sure did. Thank you, Peter. So back to
on camera.
Thanks, Dee. So back to this community center where people would have to volunteer their time. What I wonder is, how do you expect the same people that live in Otter Creek to volunteer their time when there are other things that could have been restored, like the old cracker homes or the old train depot or the old post office, getting the historical society in to try and restore and bring life into Otter Creek. And then people are so convinced that they're going to come and volunteer their time at a community center.
You know what I find even more crazy is that they were clearly told you can do sidewalks or you can do a community center.
Thanks, Kim.
And we still have viewers going, well, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Well, you can do this and make money. No. At what point don't you understand Otter Creek? They have pushed out all the good people so they can maintain the ring of bad people. There are no people that are going to volunteer. There are no people who are going to spend money.
Right. Most of them are old, elderly people that are, shut-ins that don't really even leave. They don't even volunteer to put in time and effort to make their property, to beautify their property.
They don't mow their lawn. What makes you think?
What makes you think they're going to volunteer their time elsewhere in a community center? And so
which you have to staff. That's the biggest expense in any business is employees. My biggest expense.
Even the playground behind Town Hall, that hasn't even been restored. And then they expect they're so convinced that people are going to be able to volunteer to run this community center, but they don't realize that all of this is going on and it's not going to happen ever.
So then people are saying, well, can't you rent it out for a wedding? Please.
No.
Can you think?
Well, here's the question. Where would the community center go in the first place?
Okay.
There's not a whole lot.
I don't have that answer. They don't have enough land. But here's the craziness of, fans are giving, they're giving suggestions. And I understand you're giving the suggestions.
And we appreciate the suggestions, but a lot of them aren't very.
But here's the thing. I've said this before. I think there are foolish questions and I think there are foolish suggestions. So for there to be a suggestion of, hey, build a community center, you're going to rent it out for weddings. Don't you get it yet? Like, seriously, don't you get it yet? Who's going to get married in Otter Creek? It's filled with garbage.
It doesn't really have much to offer.
Who's going to get married? And who's going, you know what? I think the perfect wedding destination would be Otter Creek. Nobody. You can barely even get tradesmen to come into Otter Creek because nobody wants to deal with these people because they're so obtuse.
Mm-hmm. And so with Attorney Warm resigning, that was brought up.
That's huge.
The attorney prior to him
quit
resigned
because he didn't want anything to do with him.
When Russell Meeks Sr. was,
he got tired of babysitting.
Yes.
So I don't get it. Where
there's been attorney after attorney after there. It's been
a revolving door, like crackheads over at the Turtle Purgatory.
Way before we even moved to Otter Creek, it's been in a revolving door with attorneys,
which we knew nothing. We knew nothing about. We just looked for a business
because of the previous mayor Russell not wanting to deal with the way they run things, and they're not even taking counsel from the attorney.
I understand viewers want to be helpful. So please understand, I know you want to be helpful.
Yeah.
I just don't understand where you think it's helpful going, hey, let's build an event center and then you can rent it out. Nobody is going to come to Otter Creek to get married. Nobody's coming to Otter Creek to run an event unless it's What the Hale's property. Nobody's going, hey, I really want to have my event in Otter Creek in the middle of a turd sanctuary, in the middle of Don the Con's garbage all over his property. This is not an event destination. Could it be in the future? Yes, but we're not in the future. We're not a generation 20 years down the road where a new generation goes, man, this is not okay to live like this. We need to clean this up. So a community center is not going to be rented out by anybody. It's great for you to go, hey, we can rent it out. Nobody is coming to Otter Creek to rent anything out.
It's going to eventually fail.
And that's where I sit there and I read some of these things and I'm just shaking my head and I'm going.
Well, like I said, it's easier said than done.
Did you say Don? Easier said than done?
Sent $2. She's like, it's like you're talking about the federal government on a smaller scale.
Oh, so much so. So much so. And most people just don't get it. They're like, oh, well, if you build a community center and put computers in there, yeah, the people of Otter Creek will show up.
But people of Otter Creek don't even know how to work a computer.
They don't even show up for a town hall meeting.
Right.
What makes you think they're going to come to a community center for computers? And again, you have to employ somebody to be there. Oh, you're going to get volunteers. No, you're not. I'm not going to continue to volunteer every single day when I have my own businesses to run. The successful people in Otter Creek are not going to continue to volunteer when they have their own businesses to run. And we already know who the volunteers are going to be. It's going to be Jeremy. It's going to be George. It's going to be Jeremy flying Christian and Patience down. It's going to be Zim. It's going to be Brett. It's going to be Mayor Therese. We know it's going to be those individuals. It's going to be Gail. We know it's going to be Carl. We know it's going to be those people, right? It's going to be Belinda and Doug. We know it's going to be those 10 people. There's 90 plus other people there. So you already know who's going to volunteer. So the
ones that show up to the meeting, which is a very, very, very small number.
Very small number. And if Russ wasn't getting paid and he wasn't voted in, he wouldn't be at the meeting.
Correct.
If Don wasn't getting paid and if he wasn't voted in, he wouldn't be at the meeting. Just like Laura Mott doesn't show up, even though she ran
she ran for a seat and she doesn't show up.
Just like Captain Dan ran for a seat. Just like Stewart ran for a seat.
They have yet to show up to
don't show up
since they.
So I'm not sure where people get in their mind that, oh man, people in Otter Creek are just dying to volunteer. No, people in Otter Creek, you got Linettes who are going, you owe me, you should come and clean up my mess. You need to come and help me. No, I don't. You need to clean up your own mess. You're responsible for what you got yourself into.
Yeah.
You're responsible for the consequences of your bad decisions and your bad choices. Nobody owes you anything. Now, if people want to choose to do something and help, that's another thing. For example, I want to get together with Darlene Hudson. I want to throw an incredible Christmas party. We're going to talk about that more in just a couple months. But that doesn't mean I have to do it. I want to do it. Because I'm giving by nature. I'm not trying to take from people. I'm a giver by nature. And givers have to have boundaries. And my boundaries are, here's another thing. We have over $1 million invested in Otter Creek. Now, there's people that are going, oh, Jeremy, I have all your public records. I know how much you bought the ranch for. I know how much you bought the school for. I know how much you bought the church property for. I know you didn't pay $1 million. I didn't say we paid $1 million for our property. We have over $1 million invested into the property. You see things that we have done to the property. You don't see things that we haven't shown that we've done to the property. You don't see what it takes to invest in the property. We've invested a tremendous amount of money into Otter Creek and to be in Otter Creek and to live in peace, which we're not there yet.
It's all about baby steps. And I keep telling you, it's going to happen in phases. It's not going to happen overnight.
We're seeing some great phases already with Madam Mayor Therese as the mayor. And that's been a tremendous, tremendous positive change. Now, she's always going to have her little thorns in the flesh, like Lynette, who was doing the exact same thing to Russell, and John Crook, who was doing the exact same thing to Russell. And these guys, they're complete and total racist. Somebody's going to get them. They're complete and total racist. They play the victimality. You know, they blame everything on everybody. They have victimese because, you know, it's like diabetes. It's victimese. They're a victim of everything and everyone. The only thing they're a victim of is their own stupidity and ignorance, the bad choices. So, you know, you got those individuals that are always going to be a thorn in the flesh. They're going to be a pain. And
that's no matter where you live.
Everywhere. I don't know. We don't have any. Oh, are you saying you're my thorn in the flesh here?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I got you.
And vice versa.
Okay.
Vice versa.
I like to be the thorn in your flesh. You know, we're like that couple that just never stops kissing. When we go out, people are like, they're all over each other.
Get a room.
They're like, get a room. They're all over each other. Here. Yeah, that's what we're like. Good thing we're stuck back in the woods.
When do you want to open this?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Well, I'm curious to know what country.
I'm curious to know why you have written down here you're going to report the turtle sanctuary to the Better Business Bureau.
No, that was for this place.
Oh, for that place? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here, let me add on there.
Do you want to give them an update of that place?
Turd sanctuary. I'm going to update it right now. Turd purgatory.
Jessica. Did you know Jessica named one of the baby ducklings?
They're not babies anymore, but I did not know that. The
teenage ducklings, Lemon Drop. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect because it was all yellow.
I will give them an update on winning the Olights tonight because they are going to have the opportunity to win the Olights tonight. And I'll give an update on the scam storage unit as well because I spent most of my day dealing with
Michelle.
That. But before we
have your email, Michelle.
Before we do you have any other questions about the town hall meeting?
No.
Not a single one.
I addressed the two main points that I want to talk about: the 1-year seat and how deserving the former mayor is of it, and how
we agree to disagree because I don't think he deserves any seat.
True.
I think he deserves a good kick in the seat.
And if volunteering at a community center was so simple, how come other things weren't restored in Otter Creek to beautify the town?
Why? In other words, why have the residents trashed the town?
Yes.
In other words, I mean, really, that's what you're saying. Why don't they have pride
in their property,
in their properties and what they own? Now, to be clear, there are individuals that have pride in their property.
Absolutely.
But there are properties that are abandoned. They've been passed down through generation and generation, and the kids go, "I ain't staying in Otter Creek.
There's so many,
and nothing happens."
There's so many pretty cracker homes in the area, and some of them are just hidden behind a jungle and need TLC bad. And it's sad. It's sad because it's in the historical district, and the first time we ever drove through the historical district, which is a very, very small area, we're like, that's it. That was it.
All they did, and it was under Russell, I believe. All they did was make it harder for anybody to clean the property up, and that's what Russell's goal has always been. And we've shown that from video from a meeting in 2013, where he's being told, where his daughter's being told, your father is the issue with the garbage and lack of upkeep. And Russell goes, it wouldn't be Otter Creek if it wasn't like this. Russell's whole goal was to make it harder for things to be cleaned up and cleared up. So he's the one that's kept it that way. He has definitely kept it that way. So
thanks, Jeffrey.
They all have one more question that they keep asking. Why did Gail vote no? And so I'm going to do the best I can to answer that. Are you ready?
Well, I try to process it too. And can I give you my input?
You can go ahead.
So I thought about it and I said, you know what, Gail, it takes me a while sometimes to process things, where if something's told to me that I don't have a whole lot of education on, or I'm not familiar with, it takes time for me to process things. So sometimes I need to do more research or look into it. And if information wasn't given prior, or if I didn't take the opportunity to do the research to find out prior to the meeting, like if I was Gail and I didn't have time to look into it, or if I needed more education on it, I probably would have did the exact same thing with her.
Your cord is breaking up again. Don't touch anything or you're going to screw it all up.
So for me, I'm putting myself in Gail's situation. I probably wanted more education on it so that I can make the right decision. So just because she voted no doesn't mean that's the end all of it. They could revisit it again. And so I think if she needed more information and needed to do more research before voting, then she did what was best for her. And again, if I was Gail, I probably would have did the same thing and then revisited it again and then figured out the best way to vote.
They're saying refresh your screen and your sound might get better. So let me do the best that I can to answer that question. Why did Gail vote the way she did? I don't know. You can keep asking the question. We've been asked, I don't know how many tens of thousands of times, if not 100,000
We haven't spoken to her about it.
I don't know.
That's not something we talked to her about.
So here's what I do know. Madam Mayor's called another special meeting on Tuesday night. And so there is a special meeting to revisit this water issue. And I believe they are working on the budget as well. And so I am hoping that there have been further developments and further explanation. I think I'm guessing. Hold a second. Let me look at the agenda real quick. Okay. Oh, by the way, I just got a text from one of the.
Thanks, Vicky.
I just got a text from one of the residents, and here's what it is. Okay, so when you guys are asking about stuff, here's the text I just got. We've counted about 8 active drug houses. 853. There you go. There's a resident of Otter Creek.
Thanks, Linda.
8 active drug houses. What do you think they're going to do if you don't have an employee in the community center? Now, let me bring up that agenda. I got to find it because a resident took a picture of it and sent it to me since we're not there. Which by the way, Otter Creek residents, we love you. We thank you for all the videos and all the text. And so many people keep us up to speed on everything that's going on. We do appreciate it. So public notice, Town of Otter Creek is having a special meeting August 15th, 7:30 Town Hall. Mayor Granger has called a special meeting Tuesday. Discuss air conditioning issues in Town Hall and the water issues right there. That meeting is going to follow the budget workshop. All right, so it looks like they have a budget workshop for 30 minutes, and they're going to address air conditioning in Town Hall because it was not working appropriately this last time. And then they're also going to discuss the water issue. So she's on it. She's on it. So they said no. Their options are get it fixed and clean and don't get sued and pay for it with the free money that you already have, or don't fix it, don't get clean water, get sued, and why wouldn't you? That's the reality of it. So
I mean, it is a no-brainer. There's nothing illegal with voting the way they wanted to vote with yes.
There's nothing illegal with voting yes. There's nothing illegal for those who voted no. And here's another thing. Lynette trying to say it was illegal. That's why Gail didn't vote. Listen,
again,
Lynette, you're
how
a fool.
Again is it illegal?
Gail ain't telling you why she voted and why she didn't vote. You are ignorant. You are completely and totally ignorant.
She's a water expert.
You are a fool. So, but since you seem to be a lawyer, please let the world know how it was illegal. That's why Gail voted no. Please.
It makes no sense. I don't understand the logic of that woman's brain sometimes.
There is no logic and there is no brain. That's the logic of the brain. Okay. We are giving away 3 Olights tonight, but before we do, we got one piece of mail because we did not get mail.
Right.
We were in Otter
Creek,
and Christian and Patience haven't been to the yeah, they haven't. Well, they might have been to the PO box, but we haven't seen them yet. So we were supposed to see them Friday, but I was like, you know what? We're sleeping in.
Did we get to sleep in though?
No, not really.
We've got
we got
Do you want to give them an update on the scam while we show what's in here?
Yes, I will.
So
give
we
them
got
an update.
another one of these Try-Treat box where you get all kinds of goodies.
From trytreats.com. They sent us another one. I think it might be from.
And it's always sent from a different country.
This one's from Mexico.
Is it?
All right, I'm gonna give you an update on the storage unit, the
Yeah.
$8,260 storage unit. So,
Mexico.
number one, if you saw yesterday's video, you saw that we gave Jesse of Clear Thrifts his cash from HTF Storage, who scammed Jesse, scammed ourselves, and scammed many, many others over the years. Number two, the sheriff had asked us to bring them all raw video footage and all information to all participants that, or all names and family members that we found information on in the storage unit. So we were in Florida and I was not able to do that because I was on the road all day today. I did it this morning. I took all the information into the sheriff and the detective, and what they told me is it's going to take roughly 2 months, 2 to 3 months, but he will have a trial by jury and he will be jailed. And he had basically, in a nutshell, there was no doubt whatsoever. He is going to be jailed. They're going after all of the records in storage unit or in storagetreasures.com that he actually scammed and conned, theft by deception, and they're going after everybody they can. Right now, he has 2 felony counts, one with me, one with Jesse, and they're going to see if they can add more as well. Mm-hmm. So I got them all of the evidence today. I had to take all the evidence in, and we've had to give them video, pictures. Yeah, and Gary has been deleting stuff from his Facebook, but he's deleting stuff with no avail. It doesn't matter. We already took screenshots of everything. We have everything downloaded, the whole deal. So it's gonna take 2-3 months, but he's in big trouble.
This sounds yummy.
A bubbaloo. It's a bubbaloo.
Marshmallow and strawberry gummy with chocolate covered coating. You want to try it?
I'm a little scared. So this trytreats.com, they just send us treats from around the world. This one's Mexico.
You might like that.
What's it taste like?
Marshmallow and strawberry with chocolate.
That's Mexican. It's spicy already.
It's not spicy. It's sweet.
Boy, I'm going to shark tonight.
Have fun. These are so much fun. Again, every month they come out with a new treat box from a different country all over the world, all over the globe. So you get to try some of their treats.
So if you want to give it a try, it's called Try Treats.
Try Treats.
I'm supposed to get my blood pressure down. Why are you feeding me treats? Apparently my sugar is up, my blood pressure is up.
Your cholesterol is up.
My cholesterol is up.
Your sugar is borderline. It's like right there on the high end.
So
by
you're saying,
one number.
So you're saying I'm almost sweet?
And I don't think, were you fasting when you took your labs?
No, I asked you, was I allowed to eat? And you're like, it don't matter.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be fasting. So that could go down if you went back to get lab work and you were fasting. You want to hold on to this and snack on some stuff while we do the auction?
Sure.
All right.
That's how I roll.
Auction.
That's how I roll. All right.
When are we going to give out the free O-lights?
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We have a crazy awesome. We have a crazy awesome auction tonight. Okay. And we are giving away these O-lights. O-light had a huge sale this week. And we're giving away these O-lights as the prizes tonight. And they are what we consider the best lights out there. We love them.
We do love them.
And so if you answered the trivia question right first tonight from the video, if you watch the video, you know what I'm talking about. You're going to have the opportunity to win these. But George has some crazy, amazing
we have some fun
lots tonight first. So, but you're going to win them. These, I'm telling you what you're winning ahead of time. Okay.
So it'll be after the auction, right?
It will be part of the auction.
Oh, okay. All
right.
All right. So let's switch gears and go into the auction. If you've
All
never
right, switching gears.
One of our live bulk auctions.
You know what happens when we switch gears.
You become a thorn in my side. I'll go over the terms and conditions. First things first, make sure you are in live chat and not top chat. If you are watching from the
I have to get a drink. Do you want a drink?
No, I'm good. If you're watching from the Facebook platform and you don't plan on bidding, just stay where you are. You can continue watching there. But if you're watching on Facebook and you want to partake in the auction and you want to bid, you want to make sure you hop onto YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. It's free so that you can participate in the live chat. All of the bulk lots that I'll be showing this evening, there is a $25 minimum bid that includes free shipping if you live here in the United States. If you live outside of the United States, you're more than welcome to bid. However, just keep in mind there will be additional shipping charges. Those charges vary based on the weight of the package, the dimensions, and where you are in the world. I can tell you that those costs vary anywhere between $50 and $200 in addition to your high bid amount. Just know your country's custom laws and if there's any import fees. Our auction style is minute to win it. I will show the bulk lot. And as I start showing the bulk lot, you can start putting in your bids in the live chat. And then once I'm done showing the entire lot, Jeremy will throw up a 1-minute timer. You have a minute to throw in your last minute bids. Whoever the highest bidder is, once our awesome moderator, Flipping Adventures, types in sold in the live chat, you are the winner of that lot. If you are the highest bidder and if you are the backup bidder, like the runner-up, and you want to be considered runner-up, we ask that you please email us at whatthehales@yahoo.com. Throughout the auction, we will display the email address. Our moderator, along with Jeremy, will remind you where to send the information and what to send. We want your YouTube profile name, your real name, your mailing address, your high bid amount, and the lot that you bid on. Sometime this evening or early tomorrow morning, I will send a PayPal invoice. You do not need a PayPal account in order to pay this invoice. You have the option of paying the invoice using either your debit card, bank card, credit card, or obviously your PayPal account. Everything is sold as is. There's no guarantees. There's no returns. We auction the items off to you as we find them in the abandoned storage unit or from wherever we source them from.
Is that how you got me?
A lot of the things that's going up
No returns
for auction this evening are mostly from when we sourced them from flea markets.
We've actually gone to 3 flea markets in the past month.
Yeah, it's been fun.
So I'm curious how they like the flea market stuff.
Well, they can let us know in the chat. Feel free to network with one another if you're not interested in buying into the entire lot and maybe you want 1 or 2 items from whoever the highest bidder is. You guys are more than welcome to share each other's email address. And then as best practice,
Outlaw
make sure
lot winner never received tracking number. Do you know what outlaw lot winner is?
Yeah. I did send it, Danielle. Let me double check and I'll resend it if I'm pretty sure I sent you the tracking number, but I'll double check.
I thought I paid you for the Tuesday. I don't know. I didn't open it.
I'll double check.
I was just trying to make sure that's not a second chance.
It's not. I don't have anything going up tonight. That's second chance. Make sure you refresh in between every lot. That way it prevents any lagging at home. There are YouTube glitches and we are at the mercy of them. So if you're typing in your bid in the live chat and Jeremy or our moderators are not seeing your chat and they're not confirming your chat, try putting a $sign in front of the number. Try putting a $sign after the number. Try something else. So for example, instead of typing in just 100, put in a $sign beforehand. Or try typing out the word 100, ONEHUNDRED.
You told me you couldn't spell.
I've been practicing.
Okay.
And then also another reminder, please do not bid if you have no intentions of paying. That will get you banned and you won't be able to participate in any future live streams. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set up for you. And then we will do a practice lot. If you're not familiar with how our auctions go, we will do a practice.
Oh, George didn't steal anything cool from me this time. She did not steal anything cool. I got to set it up the way that George likes it or I get in trouble. Okay, here we go. And I got an angle like this. All right. And I got an angle like this. All right. I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing all right.
Okay, I'm ready for the practice.
You ready for practice? All right.
We're gonna auction this off as
I
practice.
just took a bite out of some of it. Are you sure you really want to auction it off?
This is practice.
All right, this is trytreats.com. This is only practice. You won't be receiving this. It's all the way from Mexico. It's all the treats from down home in Mexico. So remember, everything, $25 starting bid. You can start bidding immediately when George starts sending stuff. Ken is already in at 25 pesos. Nice right there. All right. We got Violet in at 5 Brazilian. All right, $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. We try and represent everything as best as possible. Yes, George and I did take a bite out of one of the treats. But that's okay because it's practice. Then
really
we get into some crazy, insane, awesome lots. That is the one.
Boo Boo.
That sounds like shark.
Boo Boo.
That definitely sounds like shark.
Baby talk. Baby talk.
All right, we got all kinds of bids coming in. All right, you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You literally are only going to have.
Is that a bunny or a frog?
1 minute to win it. Let's do this.
Is that a chocolate frog?
All right, let's see if I can
It's
actually
a chocolate
get
frog.
this to work. All right, there we go. That's better.
This is probably like a fruit roll-up.
Oh, I see 40 alligators. If we could put those across the street, that'd be perfect. Kenneth Brown's in at 100. 3 bakalavas. 25 yen. The 1934 copper penny. That's nowhere near value of the 43 copper penny. Bunch of giraffes from Adaz. 2-inch pipe from Joe. 10 pounds of bacon. Jody, you know the way to my heart.
Ooh,
Bacon, baby. Bacon, baby. Strawberry cheese. Jessica just said strawberry cheesecake blizzard. She know what I ordered Tuesday night. I had another one today on the way home.
You did?
Not telling.
You
1
didn't tell me that.
billion something. 1 billion something. 3, 2, 1. Rhonda just bet me 50. Rhonda bet me $50. Avery's all in, said a copy of the Garbage Pail Kids movie. I actually want that. The old school, the original. The original. And Flippin' Adventure says, I might have missed it. Maybe I missed it. I probably missed it. I'm probably missed it.
Type it again.
I probably missed it because I got excited because Carl said copy of the original Garbage Pail Kids. So sold. All right. It is sold because Debbie Vaughn says, yeah, you missed it. I got excited with the Garbage Pail Kids movie. I actually am looking for an original sealed copy of the Garbage Pail Kids movie. All right, we are moving on to an actual lot. This is not practice anymore. By the way, Carl wins with the original Garbage Pail Kids movie, which he probably watched as a kid, and so did I. So this looks like a knife lot. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give George solo layout. Heads up, as you've been watching all of these videos of us at the flea market, Carl is actually organizing with Deanna a community garage sale for this October, which we'll give you more information on in Otter Creek. So we're going to invite you, the fans and the viewers, to come meet more of the residents of Otter Creek and kind of a flea market style. Plus, we'll have our own dollar sale going on inside as well. So stay tuned for more info as I give George solo layout.
All right. The first lot are assorted knives. And I've got 3 flats of knives. The flats are not included, just the knives.
You can start bidding immediately if you have an interest.
So the first flat of knives actually have presidents on them.
Jane says, who's Carl? Carl is the man who stood up and asked Don, your term ends this year, correct? Don said yes. And he goes, good, because I'm coming for your seat. And Don goes, great.
Great.
And I do feel that would be a great change.
Oh, yeah.
I really feel there needs to be significant change in thought, philosophy,
Everything's
leadership.
been done so old school. It's time for fresh blood. So you've got.
See, James is in at 125 right now. Looks like the highest bid. There's all kinds of bids.
There's
all over the place.
John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, and it says that John Quincy was the 6th president, and it lists the date. There's Andrew Jackson, William H. Harrison, James Polk, Mallard Fillmore, James Buckingham, Buchanan, Andrew Johnson, Rutherford
Kenneth
Hayes,
Brown is now in at
Jester
130.
Arthur,
Mary B's now
Benjamin
at 140.
Landon Johnson,
Sherry
Richard
came in at
Nixon,
130, but Mary B's high bid right
Gerald
now at 140.
Ford. And then there's General Robert.
DeBongo just went 150. DeBongo just went 150. James McDonald came in at 140. DeBongo just came in at 150. High bid right now is 150. Teresa Lloyd came in at 135. High bid right now is 150. James McDonald's now at 160. 160 is the high bid right now. 160 is the high bid. I see Gate Smasher's in the house tonight. Stats is in the house tonight. Jessica's in the house tonight.
Barlow.
Wheelie Life says a lot are lagging. If you're lagging, make sure you refresh. That is huge in regards to getting your bid in. Rod just got in at 170. Rod Groth came in at 170.
Mind that some of these knives need some TLC.
170
so like
is the high
this
bid
one
right
with
now.
The yellow handle, the blade broke.
They are old school.
Yes, like that one.
DeBongo just said he's now at 200. 200 is the high bid right now.
You'll get a sharpening stone.
200 is the high bid. James McDonald came in at 180, but DeBongo's in at 200. 200. Robert Williams says, who provides fire protection for the town? It's a great question because our interlocal agreement is going to put it all on our shoulders because the county is cutting us off on everything. All right, we're at 200.
And then you'll get these.
Grandma Gail just came in at 201.
Faith and Sons brochures. You've got book 1.
201 is the high bid right now. Jessica Kruger's in the house. Flippin' Adventure says hi. Jessica Kruger.
Book 2 for dated 2000.
Sapphire Sky says, I enjoy watching the auctions, but I can't afford to bid.
Book
Sapphire,
3.
enjoy the entertainment. We like watching auctions just for entertainment. DeBonco's now in at 202. Jim McDonald's now in at 215. Phil White says, Zim has a great plan for the water plant.
2014 and 15 case.
Can't be any worse than what's happened already in the water plant, right? We got to try something new. DeBongo's now at 250. 250 is the high bid right now. Gail Davis says, hi, Flippin' Adventures. DeBongo's in at 250. 250. Spirit Walker says, yep, I just watched 2 for the entertainment. There are some cool things, and you get a good education as well, learning what people are willing to pay for things.
I am ready for the timer.
DeBongo's in at 250.
Again, you get 3 flats of knives, but the flats are not included. The knives only.
Okay, 250 is still the high bid that I'm seeing. Remember, $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States. Additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is and no guarantees and no returns. We actually 2 flats of these we bought at a flea market video that you did see to the entire public. This 3rd flat with the presidents, if you are in the members get an additional video a week. And there are some weeks where we don't put out a video every day, but members will always get an additional video a week. And they know exactly where those knives came from.
Depending on what tier they sign up for.
That is correct. Depending on what tier you sign up for. So if you're at What the Hale's Family, I believe is the tier, you're at additional video. And so they know where those knives came from. These are all from flea markets. All right, let's see. Dawn says, Jeremy, I believe DeBango bid himself up from 202 to 250 with no bids in between. DeBango, if you bid yourself up from 202 to 250, no, because James McDonald was in at 215. So it went from 215 to 250. I do remember James McDonald's being in at 250. So now that I told you,
215.
It's at 250.
Oh.
Now that I told you where they all came from, they all came from flea markets, and I got texts coming in from tenants, and I got to get this video going back from George. So now you got 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. Here we go. 250 is the high bid right now. 250 is the high bid right now in the knife lot. DeBango is the high bidder right now. 250. James McDonald's backup bidder at 215. 250 is high bid. Do not wait to the last seconds to bid. If you wait to the last seconds, you are lagging and you will miss that bid. You got to get that bid in within 10 seconds before it ends because everybody's internet is not the same speed. DeBango is in there at 250. DeBango. Down to 20 now. Down to 20 seconds left to go. DeBango's right now. DeBango's right now at 250 still. James McDonald is backup bidder at 215. You got about 10 seconds left. Do not wait if you're going to snipe. 10 seconds. Now we're down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. DeBango says, I guess I'm the only one that knows the value. And he snipes. And he snipes. I can't believe it. I haven't seen a snipe yet. It is sold. DeBango, you are high bidder. And James, you are backup bidder. So DeBango, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount of 250. You're going to tell George it was the Knives. You're going to send all that information right there. What the hell is at yahoo.com. And backup bidder James, you know what to do. You can send all that info as well. Tell George you were backup bidder at 215. Once any bidder wins, sends an email, you typically are going to get an auto response. The only way that you don't get an auto response is if your email went to our spam and I checked the spam and put it back into the inbox. So auto response is just filled with facts or frequently asked questions. And so don't worry about that. George is going to get a specific invoice to you tonight, most likely. I'm going to push her to do it tonight. And there's Deshaun Goodman. He came to the town hall meeting as well. And Sean was like, this is real. So Sean came to hang out. I didn't get to spend much time with him. It was so ridiculously hot and I had to edit. But he couldn't believe it. So these are from a flea market as well. So
these are assorted Disney pins. Usually when I'm auctioning off Disney pins from Michael's collection, I keep it all themed together, but there really is no theme. These are just all assorted Disney pins.
These we bought at a flea market Saturday.
And we bought it just like this.
We bought it just like that.
On the
just like that. You can start bidding immediately.
You will get it as it is.
It's on a piece of foam. I actually like how he had them all on the foam.
You'll get the Disney ear backing.
And Gems in at 75 looks like right now.
If I counted right, there's 54 pins on this.
Holy cow, that many.
And then if
Kenneth Brown's in at 100.
There's 57 pins, assorted Disney pins.
Over 100 pins. All right, BP's in at 100. That's $1 a pin right now. Kenneth Brown's dollar is at 100 as well.
Look,
BP's backup bidder. There's the otter. Look at that. Somebody emailed us today and said, I'll give you $50 for that otter.
Aww.
They emailed us and asked for $50. Deborah's now in at 150. Deborah's in at 150 right now. I love Disney pins. That otter is something else. Don the Con is in at 175. Don the Con, you owe me 50 just for the bet. Deanne Lawson came in at 160. There's over 100 pins. Over 100 pins. She said 54 on one, 57 on the other. If I'm doing my merry math right, that is 172. So I'm doing merry math, though. Don't rely on my math.
I'm ready for the timer.
Deanne's now at 180. 180. 180 is the bid right now. George is giving you 2 sheets of Disney pins. There's over 100 pins. 100 pins. All right, Don the Con's now in at 200.
I'm ready for the timer.
All right, George is ready for the timer. She's showing the pins one more time. We actually bought these from a flea market. This as is. You're looking at it just as we bought it. We bought it this yesterday. We bought it yesterday morning. We bought them at a flea market yesterday morning. So we went to the flea market. You saw us giving Jesse his money back from the storage scam. And while we were there, I ended up spending money. Go figure. For you, because I know you guys love pins. So I bought them all for you guys. And George is auctioning them off. So $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States. Additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is. No guarantees and no returns. You're seeing it exactly how we bought it. It literally came in the house and straight to you here on YouTube. And I think we're still, Don the Con is in at 200 right now. The high bid right now is Don the Con at 200. And most importantly, you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. That was the one that I liked. You got the Mickey, but Mickey's not inside of it. It's kind of cool with the circle there. If that did make sense, I don't know. All right. So you got to bid fit. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. Why is it struggle bussing today? We're at 200 right now. Don the Con is in at 200 right now with about 50 seconds left to go.
That looks like Don right there.
That does look like Don the Con. That looks like Don the Con, all spaced out. There are a lot of pins. You're seeing them. Oh, look at Aladdin and Jasmine. Mr. Sharkbite 6415 is in at 260. 260 is the high bid right now, Mr. Sharkbite. Priscilla wants to know what our email is. Priscilla, our email is on your screen, right under the pins right now. He is not corrupt with about 15 seconds left to go.
It looks like 2 of the Disney backings are missing, but you can easily reorder them online.
All right, 2 Disney backs missing on that, but you're still getting over 100 pins. 100 pins with 3, 2, 1. And Mr. Sharkbite still high bid right now, 260. 260 is still the high bid. 260 going once. 260 and sold. Mr. Sharkbite said he pulled out. All right, 1 second here. Give me 1 second. All right, I'll get to your high bidder here in just a second. And boom. All right. All right, who was high bidder? It is Don the Con is high bidder, right? Dawn is saying it is Don the Con. You guys are going to have to remind me what was the high bid and who was the high bidder, because I had to take care of that little issue there. And Kim says there's static on the mic. All right, it's Don the Con at 200, Debbie Vaughn says. All right, Don the Con at 200. You are high bidder. So you know what to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount of 200, and tell George it is the Disney pin lot, okay? I will try and fix the static. That doesn't mean that I can. I will try and fix it. And I know this cord has been a constant issue, but I don't know why it hasn't been replaced with me being in Florida so long, but we'll see what happens. All right, tell me. Anything, hopefully that's better, okay? All right, maybe they might have been hearing static from before. The backup bidder was Don the Con. Was there a backup bidder to Don the Con? If you were the backup bidder to Don the Con, it's Deanna at 180. All right, Deanna at 180. You can email as well right there, whatthehales@yahoo.com. All right, they're saying no static. That might have been somebody who just jumped on and they're later in the actual thing.
All right, next lot are assorted Disney pins. These are themed. This is for their 90 year at Disney.
90 years in Disney?
Look at how cute these little boxes are. So inside the box, it says 90 years, Mickey, the true original. These are fine silver plated pins.
There, you got it.
Fine silver plated, and
you didn't get to see it very long. You can start bidding immediately.
It has a $60 tag on it.
Dang!
So you'll get these 3 Mickey. Again, this is the 90 year Disney pins.
Andy Gem, just confirm with me that your 125 bid is for this lot and you're not lagging. And if you're not lagging, you just heard me talk. Andy's Gems, confirm that your 125 bid is for this lot.
This is the Icon Legend Heritage 1928 True Original. And then you'll get a 3rd box.
Andy's Gems says, yes, high bid right now is 125. Andy's Gems is not lagging, 125. Sue, the bid was not 260. The individual was a troll. We blocked him because he bid, and then he said, I'm not paying. He pulled out. If you do that, you're automatically blocked from the options. All right, 125 is the high bid.
All of these have a $60 tag on them.
Andy's in at 125 right now.
Here
That's
is
60, 60, 60. If I'm doing my Mary math right, that's $532. Mitchell LaValle's in at 200.
Are you trying to confuse everyone?
I've been doing the math wrong in all of the videos.
Here's a Hey Google, play Mickey's game show 90 year.
I've been doing math wrong in all of the videos.
On purpose?
On purpose, making fun of Mary, and people are going, Jeremy, you did it wrong. Like, they don't get the joke.
Oh.
I have so many subtle jokes, and they don't get the joke.
And then you'll get 2 of these. These are also Celebrate Mickey Disney Park 90 year.
Like one.
These appear to be brand new and sealed.
One person out of 100,000 people will go, you know, Jeremy was joking, right? And it's usually JK. He's like, listen, I understand Jeremy's humor. Gigi's Dream World is now at 255 right now. Papa Troy came in at 150, but the high bid right now is 255.
This has a $30 tag on the back.
255 is the high bid right now.
So you'll get 2 of these.
Ed just came to the What the Hales family. There's all kinds of things for you, Ed. Make sure you check out the members only playlist on the channel. Dave just came in at 260.
So again, these 2 appear to be brand new, still.
Joyce says, Jeremy, you don't want to be like Scary Mary. Sometimes I'm going to dress up as Scary Mary for Halloween.
I'm ready for the timer.
All right.
Look, there's glitter.
Aunt Patty goes, Jeremy, sarcasm is lost on us serious people. Oh, trust me, I know the pain. I know the pain, but George gets it because she is the queen of sarcasm.
Sometimes.
Queen of sarcasm. If you guys think I'm sarcastic, George is like, in real life, not on camera, George is 100 times more sarcastic. All right, high bid right now is David at 260, it looks like. David's high bid right now at 260. That being said, $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees, no returns. We got all of these pins from Michael. If you remember, we were in Florida. We went to go see Michael. We gave him $5,000 for his full collection so he could get teeth, and then you get the pins. So I think the high bid right now is 260. With that being said, you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. I do not know why it's not working tonight. There we go. Here we go. We got 50 more seconds left to go right now. JK says, all hail Queen sarcasm. JK gets it. He knows it too. 40 seconds left to go. High bid still 260.
In the jumpsuit at the meeting.
That guy was
funny.
God,
he was so sarcastic and so.
Yeah, that guy understood sarcasm. No doubt about that.
That escaped from the assisted living.
Yeah, that guy understood. That he got it. Lady Cammy says sarcasm is how I hug. Hug. Geese. Little hug. Little geese. Peggy says, great lot. The silver pins are really cool. They are very cool. High bid is still David at 260. 260 is high bid with about 5 seconds left to go. If you don't have your bid in now, you better get it in fast. High bid is still 260 right now with David. High bid is 260 right now with David on this Disney pin lot. Going once, going twice. It is sold. It's 0 Rugrats. Rugrats, no Snipes. It's David. David Fisher, your high bidder at 260. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to set your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, bid amount of 260. Let George know it is the 90-year anniversary Disney pins. You're going to send that email right there, whatthehales@yahoo.com. Backup bidder is Gigi's Dream World at 255. Gigi or Gigi or Gigi or Gigi or Gigi. You can send an email right there. Tell George you're backup bidder at 255. And she'll get you all squared away. If anything happens, it doesn't get paid for. It's yours. Okay. Remember, anybody who emails, you will get an auto response. We literally get thousands of pieces of communication every day. There's no way humanly possible we can keep up. As a matter of fact, we're probably months and months and months and months behind. And so we would have to pay a full-time employee to work around the clock just to keep up with all of your communication. And unfortunately, we can't, but we do the best that we can. And we don't outsource that. We do it ourselves. So here we go, because we want to be the ones communicating with you. So you never know. Is it Jeremy you're talking to, or is it George you're talking to? I'm curious if they ever figure it out and be like, no, that was Jeremy. No, that was George.
Yeah, they can figure it out because I usually sign my name.
Well, there you have it. There's the secret.
So the next lot are assorted rosary and religious items. You will get 2 flats of religious and rosaries, but the flats are not included, just the actual jewelry pieces.
All right. This is the religious lot.
There's assorted pins, there's assorted brooches, there's all kinds of pendants. There's a decorative cross. There's necklaces. There's medallions. There's more brooches and more pendants. There's keychains.
Crafty Jen's looking for a rosary with her birthstone. I don't know any of the stones in these. Sandrella wants to know, is there any compartments for holy water in the back? We don't know that either.
I don't think so. Some of the rosaries are made in Japan. Some are made in Italy. Some don't have a maker's mark or
See,
where
Elvis
it was
Presley
made.
Jr. came in at 50, but I think there's already a high bid. I think there was
There's a
at 100. Kenny and Cass
We've
came in at
got-
70.
This rosary may need some TLC, like the links may have come apart.
Menorah said, not my jam. Well, with a name like Menorah, probably not your jam. I understand completely. It's Char's in at 55. I think high bid right now is, Berkshire Cards is at 100. So there's probably a lot of people lagging right now.
Really cool.
Just another reminder, you need to refresh because a lot of people are bidding way lagging behind. I saw a high bid right now at 110. Deanne's in at 110. 110 is the high bid right now. We still got O lights to give away for free tonight. 110 is the high bid.
Necklace.
110 is the high bid right now on the religious lot.
I'm ready for the timer.
She says she's ready. But is a woman ever really ready? And the answer is yes. She's ready. That's why she said she was ready. Okay. Aunt Patty said in college I took sarcasm as my second language. That's Georgia's seventh language. All right, $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside of the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees, no returns, and try and represent everything that we can to the best of our ability. These came from all different places, mostly
So some of the
storage units.
brooches and pins may be incomplete. I have not what's the word that I'm looking for? Examined every single one, but you may have a brooch that may have like the back missing. So for example, like that, it's not complete.
So buyer make mention, or buyer be advised that there are some pieces that may have a little piece here, may need a little bit of work. These are from all random places and storage units. High bid right now is 125. Deanne's in at 125 right now. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You literally only have. This is not working for me tonight.
So this one may have been a brooch at one time.
You have
but
1 minute to win
nothing
it.
in the back.
High bid right now is Deanna 125. 125, and we still have O lights to give away tonight. 125 is the high bid with Deanne. Deanne 125 right now on the religious lot with about 45 seconds left to go. Vito just came in at 150. 150 is high bid right now to Vito. Vito 1947 is 150 right now with about 35 seconds left to go. 150 is high bid. 150 is high bid. Kathy Lane says they can be fixed. Yes, they can. Ketting Cascan is now in at 155. Vito is at 150, but Ketting Cascan is now at 155 with about 25 seconds left to go. 155 is high bid right now on the religious lot. How much do you love Jesus? We got 160. Deanne Lawson says, I love Jesus a lot. Now, Vito just came in at 175.90. 175 and 90 cents is the high bid right now. 175 with 90 cents in there is the high bid right now with about 7 seconds left to go. With about 5 and 4 and 3. High bid is 175.90. If you're going to snipe, you should have done it already. 175.90 going once. 170. Deanne just came in at 180, and I don't even know how she got the snipe in, but she did. It's sold. How in the world did she get that snipe in? She whopped it by 10 cents. 10 cents she just upped it and got the snipe in. Deanne, I don't know how you did it, but you did. All right, Deanne, you are high bidder. You know what you're gonna do. You're gonna Vito just came in. You missed it, Vito, at $190.99. Deanne, you're gonna send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount of $180. Tell George it was the religious lot. You're gonna email her right there. whatthehales@yahoo.com. I should be pointing at it right now. And backup bidder was Vito at $175.90. And I was wrong. She didn't just up it by 10 cents. She upped it by $5.10. Now, George is going to start a lot right here, right now. That is not the free giveaways for tonight. I have the free giveaways in my hand, brand new and sealed. George has 2 in her hands that are brand new and sealed.
These are the Warrior Mini 3s. You'll get a Military Hunter Green Olight, and then you'll get a Royal Blue Olight. These are
with the ombre. The Royal Blue has the ombre.
Oh,
they
yeah,
both have
they actually are both.
That was the special ombre
That's
edition.
right. So it becomes darker towards the bottom. So these are 1,750 lumens.
That's a lot of lumens. Can't see anything yet. There. Got it.
1750 lumens.
So Olight
There's
has
different settings.
actually invited George and I to come to a meeting that they're going to have, and
like a convention
retreat, and they're going to meet with people who use their products a lot and consult. They've asked us, will you come and will you go live? And I actually told George, I was like, I say no to most of this stuff. I was like, I actually really want to go. I want to go. I want to talk to them about new products. You know, there's some other products I'd like to see them do. And not that they will, but they're actually taking the company public as well. We don't currently own any stock in Olight, but I would not hesitate to actually invest in Olight. And they're not paying me for this. So when you guys are going, oh, they're sharing Olights, they're not paying us a paycheck for this. So they do send us these lights, and I'm like, man, you send me so many lights, I can't even use them all. But then we end up selling them to you guys. But we actually like it that much.
I'm ready for this.
Boomdog goes, those are mine. All right. These are brand new in the package, $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees, no returns. And one of the reasons why I want to go to their conference is because I want to see how many free Olights they'll give us so that we can bring them back for you guys, because you guys like them too. And we really, really like them. And one of my buddies, so Roy with Avery's All In, one of my buddies, Roy, he had a problem with his Olight, and I reached out to Olight and I was like, hey, you know, I got a problem with one of the Olights. And the Olight goes, how many do you want? I went, 2. There's only 1 broken, but can I have 2? They're like, yeah, we'll send it to you immediately. Next day I had them. Like, Roy, I got your Olights. That's how much I appreciate these guys. No, I haven't seen them yet. We went to, Jackie says, I love my Olights. We went to Florida. So I don't know where the bid is. I'm sure you guys do, but you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. We gave a lot of Olights away at Half Mil Time to Grill. Olights sent a lot of giveaways there for that too, which was awesome. Man, that was fun. Half Mil Time to Grill. That feels like it was a long time ago. Kevin T's in at 135. Kevin T's now in at 135. Half Mil Time to Grill feels like it was half mil ago. But it wasn't all that long ago, and we had a ton of fun. We really did. Stat says, Boomdog, you're lagging. Cheeky Candy's in at 145 now. Pop Troy's in at 150. Pop Troy's high bidder right now, 140. 150.
Tell Papa Troy to check his spam.
Papa Troy, George says check your spam. She emailed you. Check your spam, Papa Troy. All right, Papa Troy's in at 150 right now. We got about 7 seconds left to go. Dust Pick is now at 160. Dust Pick is in at 160. Rod is at 175. Rod is in at 175. Rod top bidder right now, 175. Kevin T came in at 155, 150. I don't even know where it's at. I think it's Rod at 175. I think it's Rod. Boomdog just missed the snipe at 185. He claimed they were his. It is, I'm pretty sure it's Rod. There's a lot going on there. I'm almost Cheryl iPad is saying Dave's crew, Dave's in crew. There's a lot of snipes. Correct me if I'm wrong, mobs. It was Rod, right? Boomdog right now is going, oh man, I can't believe I missed it. I claimed it. He was like Babe Ruth. I'm pretty sure it was Rod. And Terry's saying back, or Deborah saying, yes, okay. Yes, it was Rod. Backup is Terry. All right. Rod, you're a high bidder. I don't even know what your bid was. Rod, it was 175. All right. Rod, you're a high bidder at 175. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount 175. Let George know it was the lights. And we're headed to that convention this month. It's actually this month. And they asked if they could sit down with us and do a lot of different things for us. And they've actually asked us to sign a contract with them. And guess what I said? Can anybody guess what I said?
No.
I said no.
You gave him a hard no.
I will not sign a contract with anybody or any company. I want to work for myself. I do not want to be in a contract with anybody else.
So next lot are assorted Xbox games. You saw this featured in a sourcing video when we were at a flea market.
That
These
was
have not been tested. All we did was open the case to make sure that the game matched the case.
So this was when we were with Conky and Noreen, Conky's Flippin' Adventures over at Hartville, right?
I don't remember. It all blends in.
I think we bought these at Hartville because Conky was filling his wagon up, and I was like, man, I am really slacking. I think this was like my real first big buy. So are these just the empty cases now?
Nope. These are the ones with the games.
These are the games. So you're going to get empty cases and games. None of the games have been tested.
Right now I'm showing all of the cases with the games, and then I will show the empty cases.
Normally, we put these immediately on eBay. We got them at the flea market, and we bought them specifically for you guys. And so
one of the things that Jeremy loves to sell on eBay are games, and I'm surprised he actually let me auction these off because we typically don't do.
We literally said in the video we are going to sell it all on.
I know
the auction. That's why we had to.
We typically
but
don't.
I love selling video games. Video games are so
easy to lift,
easy.
Easy to package. They slide right into a 6x9 bubble mailer.
Aunt Patty says, "How did you first learn about Olights?" Actually, a lot of companies send us stuff all the time. Like you just saw the treats box. So they sent us an Olight, and I literally sat on my desk for months and months and months. I was like, I ain't even gonna look at this thing. And then I needed a flashlight.
Here's PlayStation.
And then I was like, holy cow, I love this thing.
Here is a SpongeBob Game Boy Advance. I included that in there because that was with the buy.
So I ignored the Olight until I needed it.
Nintendo DS, Ben 10.
And then I fell in love with it.
Here is part of a remote control, which was
Nintendo DS. No, for the Switch.
Yeah. And then you'll get
Rosemary. Yes, we did eat at the restaurant.
PSP games. These are in the
Cutting Cast is still high bid at 110 right now. Redneck Treasure says, "Are they rechargeable?" I'm not sure. Oh, the Olights, yeah, they're all rechargeable. That's the beauty of it, is how they recharge. They recharge with a magnet. Keith Light is high bid right now at 150.
Here's Napoleon Dynamite.
150 is the high bid right now.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Carol, we did not give the lights away yet. We will be giving them away. Zero Regret says Atari Frog. Tracy says, I'm 44. I still love my PS2. Of course. Sean, Pokemon. Yes, we can see you.
Now we're getting into the empty cases.
We can see you, Shauna. So now from the gun on empty cases. Yes. You're going to receive empty cases as well. Empty cases do sell on eBay depending on the game. And it's usually a collector trying to complete a game. Looks like Keith is high bidder right now at 175. 175 is the high bid right now. Simpsons Hit and Run. That's the game there. Well, that's the case. There is no game in it. These are all empty cases. The first batch she showed you has games in it. This batch, you're just getting the empty cases. If you need them for your games in your collection or if you want to sell them. This is just empty cases. Mike says, I'm 43 and I love my N64 and my Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis was my jam. Kenneth Brown says, I still have my Xbox original. Wow.
Star Wars Republic Commando.
Sega was my thing, guys. Like my goal was to collect every Sega game that was ever created. And then I sold it all to pay for my college.
Looks like two.
I graduated undergrad and my master's debt-free because I sold my video game collection.
So this stack is nothing but cases. And then the rest have the games in the cases. So I'm ready for the timer. All
right, that's the stack of all the games over there. 51st dates right there. PSP.
These are PSP.
That's so crazy. I wonder how much that's worth right there. I bet it's worth a lot.
51st dates.
Yeah, you can watch movies on the PSP. How cool is that?
You ready for the
first one? It's the first one I've ever seen as far as a movie that you can watch on your PSP. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty substantial. All right. So normally we would sell this type of stuff on eBay. We did not because we bought this at the flea market, and we told you everything that we were buying at the flea market we were going to resell to you.
I just realized something.
So she realized something.
Napoleon Dynamite one.
Yeah.
Has Grand Theft Auto inside, but every other one matches except for that.
So that's a case that's.
So here's an empty. We'll say this is an empty case,
and then
the game is separate.
The PSP right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So got it all. Untested games. Everything is as is. No guarantees and no returns. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you only got 1 minute to win it. I bid right now is 180. I bid right now is 180 with getting cast. Lisa says, I still have my Xbox 360 and I'm 65. All right, Linda. I said Lisa, but it's Linda. I'm starting to try and talk too fast.
PlayStation.
65, still playing the Xbox 360. Gotta love it. We found a Nintendo Switch and I've been taking it on my flights. So that's been fun. Although I'm not very good at video games. And Kevin T says, does Wii resell well? It depends on the video game. Everything always depends on the game. But old school games sell a whole lot better than more contemporary games. And S. Outen says, Jeremy, I got lots and lots of raisins. If you need more, I'd be glad to send you some. I have a Michael Jackson raisin too. Yeah, please do, S. Outen.
You have an Elvis one too?
No, if you have Elvis, keep it. Kenneth. T-Flight's down 181. T-Flight's down 181. 181 going once. 181 going twice. 181 going sold, and it's Keith Light. Oh, my goodness. All right. Keith is high bidder right now on the video game lot. Keith's high bidder on the video game lot. Keith Light, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and your bid amount of 181. Backup is Ketting Cast at 180. You're going to let us know it is the video game lot. So Keith Light, you're going to say, hey, I was high bidder at 181. And Casting, you're going to say, I was backup bidder at 180 on the video game lot. You're going to email right there. What the hell is at yahoo.com. All right. It's right there on the screen. And then what happens is you should get an auto response, but George will get out an email and an actual invoice tonight. You can click on that invoice. You can pay a million different ways on that invoice. It'll be all customized just for you. Ari is playing the N64. Yeah. All right, George. Woo. Sure we shouldn't hold on to that for the neighbors in Otter Creek?
The next lot is assorted BB guns. I'm going to call it the assorted BB guns. You'll get 2 flats in this lot. The actual flat cardboard is not included, but everything on it is. So you will get these a 5-pack of Lugers. There's a magazine. And then here is
Did I just hear you say loogie?
Luger.
Loogie?
And then there's a couple of BB guns. Here's a reloader.
All this is untested, found in storage units. I don't even know. Actually, George said, Jeremy, I need you to test all this beforehand. And I had to pull 3 things that were illegal to sell.
Here is a scope.
She's like, I need you to look at this beforehand. This is the only time she's ever let me look at anything. And I had to pull the 3 things that were illegal to sell.
Here is a Luger.
Which is a toy.
Yes.
Make sure you understand. If you're bidding, that is a toy.
See the orange
That's
cap?
a cap gun. Make sure you understand.
This is a Edison G.
Which she said BBs, but I don't even know if these are BBs or pellets. I know the one that she showed
Oh,
was
you
a
could be
cap
right.
gun.
They might be pellets. Here's some Voodoo tactical gloves.
I didn't even look at them. So she started saying BBs, but I don't even know.
Are these the pellets?
Yes, but no, those are fishing weights.
Oh.
You get fishing weights with this too.
Here's a first aid kit.
But I'm gonna look at them right now and see what they are.
Here's a vintage first aid kit.
All right, make sure you're right in the camera. Okay, this is a cap.
Here is a sewing kit, an army sewing kit.
So this is a cap, revolver, and it doesn't really. Oh, there it goes. Nope. I guess it did click.
Here's another vintage army sewing kit. I see buttons.
All right.
And pins.
So this one doesn't really. This one needs some help as an old toy. So that's cap. All right. This here is got some issues up here as well. So make sure you understand what you're actually getting.
There are sunglasses in here. And then these look like tips for some type of for darts, maybe? Are these dart tips?
I don't know. I can't see. All right. So not saying this thing is going to work. It's untested, but this looks like BB. Is it? This might be caps as well.
And then you'll get this classic collection series of...
You know what? It's about the mystery.
Coins.
I think this is cap as well.
No cap.
I think that's cap as well. I do not think there are any pellets or BBs in here. I think all 3 are cap. What did you want me to look at? Show me that thing that you said are the
right here.
darts. Okay, these are...
Here's a U.S. Army Air Force mother and dad pillowcase.
These are plastic dart tips for plastic dartboard.
Yeah, that's what I thought, that they were dart. Another U.S. Air Force pillowcase.
So you are getting actual military items with this as well. I have no idea where the bids are at right now. Trucker says, how come I can't bid? You should be able to bid just fine. We just see your chat right there. If you hear us say it a million times, if you can't see your bid, spell it out.
Spell it out or put a $sign in front of the number.
So there's some actual military items in here as well. All right, looks like wait. Waco Ken is in at 175 right now.
All right,
Okay.
I'm ready for the timer.
All right. George says she's ready for the timer. Looks like we got some old Cap toys in there. We've got some actual firearm pieces or accessories, and then we also Ken and Cass is in 180. We also have some military items as well. All right. Looks like Kindra is now at 185. Everything. Let me start back again. $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside of the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. So that means we try and represent everything the best of our ability and knowledge. We find these things all over the place. Who even knows what storage units these were in? But they are here in pieces and parts, and George put it all together, and she's even asking me, hey, what's this? What's this? And she had 3 illegal items in there earlier. She's like, can you look at that real quick? I was like, well, these 3 are illegal, and that's all I looked at. So remember, those are toys, okay? And you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you only got 1 minute to win it. Except this thing is really having problems tonight. Except there we go. 1 minute to win it right now. All right, Dawn. She's saying they want to know about the scope. It's a show them the scope. They want details on the scope. I don't even know. I didn't even look at the scope. But if it's a good scope, that bid right now is right about where the scope would be. So we got about 35 seconds left to go. 180 is high bid right now. 180 is the high bid right now. I didn't even look at the scope. Game-o! High bid right now is 190. 190 is the high bid right now. And Boat says Game-o is a BB gun scope. 190 is the high bid with about 10 seconds left to go. That kit is so super cool. That is my favorite piece in this entire lot is right there. I know a lot of people like the Ruger cap, but that is my favorite piece. 190 is high bid right now. Waco 10 to 190. 190 is high bid right now. 190 is high bid. Going once. 190 is good bid. Going twice. And sold to Waco 10 for 190. And Waco Ken just came in at 200. And then Ken and Cass came in at 210. But those don't count. It's Waco Ken at 190. Waco Ken, you know what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount 190, and tell George it was the, we'll say military lot because I don't know what she called it. And then backup is Ken and Cass at, hold a second. What did I screw up? Backup is Ken and Cass. Okay, so Ken and Cass is back up at 190 as well. Okay. All right. Wait, did I screw it up or do I have it right? Niche Lady is in the house. All right, it might be Ken and Cass at 190. I might have screwed up completely. I'm seeing no backup is Ken and Cass. No, it's Ken and Cass.
As backup.
Dawn is saying I have it right. Hold a second. I don't know yet because I didn't watch any of that because she had me looking at everything. All right, it is Waco is first at 190. Waco Ken, you are high bidder at 190. Ken Cast is backup bidder at 190. You guys know what to do. Send your YouTube name, your real name, shipping address, your bid amount, and tell George it was the military lot. And we are now finally on to the next lot.
Next lot are assorted rings, chunky rings. The display is not included, just the rings alone. Most of these rings were actually
just got into actual clarity in view. You have not been.
Okay, I'll work on it. Most of these rings came from the same unit where we found the hover round.
Oh, yeah, the hover round. We have a hover round now.
Now, at quick glance, I did see some rings that were marked 925. So, like, for example, this one is marked 925. So there may be some other silver pieces in here with CZ stones.
I don't even know where the bids are. It looks like the bids that are up at 110 right now. I've been trying to make sure that it's in focus. 120. Deanne's now in 120. 120 is my bid. So if you remember, we bought the safe. It had all the different. We bought the unit with the safe, and it had all the different collectible coins in it. It also had the hover round, which we really didn't even highlight and show, but we now have a brand new hover round electric wheelchair.
I wouldn't say brand new, but gently used.
It's brand new.
Gently used.
It's brand new. We have a brand new hover round, and all of these rings came out of there as well. Looks like 145 is the high bid right now with Sherry. There's a brand new hover round. The only person that's been on it is Christian, knocking around into the ramp. Laura just sent $4.99. Thank you so much, Laura. Laura Brashear. Jody said, how many rings? We don't know how to count, Jody. You know that by now.
18.
If I were doing Mary math, 712. Jody, there are 712 rings based on Mary math.
I'm ready for the timer.
All right, George says she's ready for the timer. You're not in focus. Now she's in focus. All right, I don't know where the bid is. I think it was like 140, somewhere around there. So $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside of the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. This was found in the vault auction in Akron, Ohio, where we bought all four vaults that were owned by the same person. I had over $3,000 invested in buying all four of those vaults. And looks like Stacy Gardner RN is now at 165. Deanne Lawson is now at 175. Rings Night now at 175. You got to bid fast. Now they're at 185 with Sherry Bloomfield. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You literally only have 1 minute to win it. 185 is my bid right now. 185 is high bid right now with Sherry. Sherry's high bidder at 185. Deanne Lawson was at 195. There has been all kinds of jumps on these bids. Sherry's high bidder right now at 185. I don't know who's going to come in next, but I do know. Do not wait to the end. Don't wait for the last seconds. Kenny Cass is now at 180. Do not wait for the last seconds to get your snipe in, or you're going to lose it, just like you saw on the last lot. Roxanne's now at 190. Deanne's now at 195. We've got all kinds of bids coming in right now. Deanne Lawson's high bidder right now at 195. Roxanne's backup bidder at 190. Wait, Kevin Cass is back up at 190. Kevin Cass got in at 190 first. Got about 15 seconds left to go with Kevin Cass. We got Roxanne. We got Deanne. We got all kinds of berries. Sherry Nowak is in the house now. Sherry all the way from Florida. 200 with about 5 and 4 and 3. Sherry's high bidder. Tony just came in at 215. Tony going once. Sherry back up. Tony going once for 215. Tony going twice for 215. And Jody just came out at 222. Holy freaking cow! You people like rings. 222. I thought for sure Sherry was going to get it. It is Jody took the chance, and she won it for 222. 222. Jody, your high bidder at 222. You know what to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and you're going to tell Georgia it was your bidding amount for 222. And let her know it was the rings. Backup bidder was Tony for 215. I thought Sherry had it for sure. I didn't know that all that was going to happen. And now we got Build-A-Bears. Bears, Build-A, Booyah.
Build-A-Bear do really well on eBay. This one was actually brought from Florida. I had enough room on my carry-on to stuff them in my bag.
I bought them in Florida. I bought them at a thrift store in Florida, and George goes, "Can I bring this back and put it in a lot?"
And this one too. Look at the arms move. They're stiff arms. He's got stiff arms.
It's so cool. He's like,
some of these vintage Build-A-Bear.
Jody says, "I think I have perfected the snipe. You got it down pretty good, that's for sure.
Your snipe game's on point." I didn't even know you bought these.
You didn't?
I'm
pretty sure I filmed it. It might have been a members only video. I found those at Goodwill in Ocala.
Here's another.
And I'd never seen one. I'd never seen one with the arms like that.
Me neither.
Philip says,
Some of
"Yep,
the-
you filmed it."
Some of the accessories are still worth a ton of money. This one looks like it's made out of roses. I've never seen one that looks like this either.
Stacy's high bid right now at 86. Sherry's in at 50. We got Kenneth in at 45. Papa Troy's in at 25. We got bids all over the place, but high bid right now is 50.
Here's a Buzz Lightyear, still with the tag on it.
Oh, we got that.
Disney.
We got that for we got that at Hartville Flea Market, where the one lady just kept trying to make me spend more and more and more and more money.
We thought she worked the stand.
We thought she worked the stand, but nope. That's like a My Little Pony, isn't it?
It looks like it.
Joyce says, "Yep, you filmed it. I watched it. I'm not even a paid member." Oh, it was when I was looking for Russ the Sus, and I found that. That's what it is. High bid right now is 86.
BAB, Build-A-Bear.
Getting bids in for Michael for 55. Mr. XXXX at 60. DM Generator at
This
60.
one is an Applause Bear. It has this tag along with this tag.
Got the tags. 86 is still the high bid right now.
Applause does really well. And then, does this one have a name brand?
Kitty Mama Felicia says, "I'm 100 now is the high bid." And she said, "That's from Lady and the Tramp." That's Lady from Lady and the Tramp. Is it? She knows. Kitty Mama is now in at 100. Kitty Mama is in at 100. How about you just empty the table there so people can actually see?
Here's a T-Rex Build-A-Bear.
BAB. BAB. 100 is a high bid right now. Terry McGruger just came in at 100 as well.
This is
But
My Little Pony.
Kitty Mama is first right now. Is that a Build-A-Bear My Little Pony?
Yeah.
Really? They did Build-A-Bear My Little Ponies? Baby, I didn't want to see up her Build-A-Butt. I didn't want to see up the Build-A-Butt. BAB. There it is.
I'm pretty sure it is. Correct us if we're wrong.
100 is the high bid right now. Michael's now in at 105. 105. Joe's now in at, I don't even know what's going on now. Michael Puppy is from Paw Patrol. Joe, 115. 115. It looks like 115 is the high bid right now. And James is saying those are Paw Patrol.
He said, "Squeeze me."
Oh, that was the super cool Cleveland Indians.
So you squeeze him, and he doesn't make any noise. He's just really soft.
Really, really soft.
Like a
Remember, Cleveland Indians do not exist anymore. Cleveland Indians do not exist anymore. Therefore,
the value.
Everything goes up in value because now they are known as the Guardians. Unite, Jane Lord. I don't know where our bid's at, but I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm sure it's somewhere.
Is a Build-A-Bear
with his pants down. Whoa!
Build-A-Bear
Baby,
tag.
I told you I did not want to see the Build-A-Butt.
I know, but I got to show the tag.
Paula says Build-A-Bear can get pricey. There are some that
gosh.
go for hundreds and some that go for thousands. Yes, very much so. They get very, very, very pricey.
This one has a bat. He's got the Cleveland Indians Chief Wahoo
It
hat.
is not a Guardians. It is 100% Indians, which again,
Build-A-Bear #1.
that's where the value is right now because they changed the name. Kathy says we bought out our great niece 13 years ago. We spent about 120. I believe it. Building a bear. I believe it. Flippin' Adventure says, do you think when they named the company Build-A-Bear, they knew that they were going to be doing rabbits and horses and monkeys and the rest of the zoo? Probably not. Do you think when Otter Creek named themselves Otter Creek that they would get renamed to Odd, ODD Creek?
No.
I don't know either.
This is another Build-A-Bear.
Cleveland Cavs.
Yeah.
We got some serious Build-A-Bears. We got some serious Build-A-Bears. Is that the winning year of the Cavs when we took the championship with LeBron?
I don't remember. And then you'll get a turtle plush.
Whoa, whoa, get that thing out of the camera. That's just
then you'll get-
bringing in PSDs.
What's PSDs?
That thing that we get.
PTSD.
Yep.
You'll get Alvin, Simon, and Theater TY.
Those are super cool.
These all still have the TY tags on them. And I forget her name. I'm sure it's in the tag.
Is it Brittany?
Brittany.
Chipmunks are in, turtles are out.
And
But wait, there's more.
this is the last one.
Gigi Grandma Gale's now at 120.
This is the Barrington collection.
You would have thought they would have called it the Rabbiton collection.
All right, I'm ready for the timer.
All right, she says she's ready. That is a lot of Build-A-Bear and some other bonuses as well, including the Chipmunks. $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States. Additional shipping outside of the United States. Everything is as is. No guarantees and no returns. She tried to show anything that had a tag on it, so you know it has a tag. And she tried to show things such as Buzz Lightyear has a tag on it. Brand new still. Cleveland Indians items still there. And it looks like, well, there's a bunch of $120 bids coming in now. Well, you know what? Let's just get to it. Because you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You literally only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. Terry McCruger's now at 127, but Deanne Lawson's in at 130. 130 is high bid right now. I see James in at 125. I see Deanne in at 125. I see Terry at 127. Deanne at 130. 130 is high bid right now with 45 seconds left to go. There are a plethora of different plush bears. Chris Spaulding's now at 137.50. Gigi Grandma Gale's now at 140. Terry Novak's in 145. 145 is high bid right now. Deanne came in at 145 as well. Sherry's got high bid right now, 145. They know. They know. 25 seconds. If you know, you know. And Sherry Novak's high bidder right now at 145. Deanne just came in at 150. Deanne's now high bidder at 150. 150 with about 15 seconds to go. Get your snipes in now. Get your snipes in now. Sherry Novak's in 160. Don't wait. Get them snipes in now because you may be lagging. Gigi came in at 155. Sherry's now at 160. 160 is high bid. 160. Sherry's now at 175, but she's bid against herself. No, Deanne Lawson came in at 165. Sherry came in at 175. Sherry Novak at 175 once, twice. Sherry! High bid at 175. She got it that time. Deanne missed the snipe, but Sherry didn't. Sherry got it at 175. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Back up is Deanne Lawson at 165. All right. Sherry, your high bidder at 175. Sherry, you already know what to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, shipping address. You bid amount 175. Tell George it was the Build-A-Bear lot. It was the Build-A-Bear lot. And your backup was Deanne Lawson. You know what to do as well, Deanne. You're going to tell George it was the Build-A-Bear lot right there. whatthehell's@yahoo.com. You're going to tell her I was back up at 165. Deanne, I tried to warn you. Don't wait. Don't wait. And your snipe didn't make it. All right, this is a bunch of hats. Some of these are from storage units, and a lot of these are from the flea market.
They're all flea market.
All right, I was wrong. They are 100% all from the flea market. Don't ever pay attention and listen to me. Whew, Debbie Vaughn goes, this is exciting tonight. You better believe it. And there's 3 O-Lights to win tonight, Debbie Vaughn.
Look, a pair of socks.
Did you find my socks on the floor?
Mm-hmm. I'm not the only one that throws socks on the floor.
I
Jerry
did it
does
for you.
too.
I did it for you because I love you. I did it for you because I love you.
So that we could be twinning?
Yes. I wanted to feel closer to you, so I threw socks.
Here's
Pop Troy's high bidder right now is 75 on the hats.
corduroy.
You do love that corduroy, don't you?
I don't know why, but I do like it.
Well, the thing is overseas they sell like crazy. They love it. They love it. I threw those lights all in honor of you. Steve says, how do we win the old lights? Well, you're going to find out soon, Steve. But I have a feeling you might be lagging.
This one needs some TLC.
That one does need some TLC.
This one comes with a
DMJM Drano says, I'm going to order 5 O lights. Just wait until there's a sale. We'll let you know when the next sale is. And then we'll give you a code to where you can get a little bit of a discount. Ketting Cat's in at 100 right now. Ketting Cast is high bidder right now at 100 on the hats. High bid is 100 right now. High bid is 100. Pop Troy just came in at 101. 101. High bid is 101. High bid is 101. All kinds of hats and caps in here. Kenneth Brown's not high bidder at 102. Remember, free shipping. Kenneth Brown's high bidder 102, 102. And we're not even through half the hats yet. We went out to the flea market. We found some hats. And in my normal everyday doings, I said, hey, how much you want for everything in the tote? And they're like, what? And I go, dude, just get bulk it. Tell me, what do you want for everything? Everything. Include the tote. And they're like, all right, you can have it for this much.
There were some people that were hesitant and did not want to do bulk sales.
There was people who would not sell me everything.
They said absolutely not.
They said, no, I will not sell you everything.
Oh, like, okay.
Okay, I thought you were here to sell. Like, just sell it to me.
I thought that was odd that they weren't willing to do a bulk deal.
I thought they were there to sell, but you know how it be. High bid right now is Papa at 103. He know how it be. He's in at 103. 103.
This is a big old lot of assorted hats, caps.
That's a big old lot. Thompson's. Look at that. Some serious advertising there. 103 is the high bid right now.
Another corduroy hat.
Elvira is in the house. What you doing, Willis is in the house. Kenneth says, I'm out of the house. Kenneth always says that. He'll be back. Kenneth, you'll be back. You know you will be. Philip White says, yeah, those flea market videos are cool. I like to see you haggle. Well, Philip, we're going to be doing another one towards the end of the month. And it's going to have a little bit of a different flair and flavor to it. It's going to have more of a fun flavor and flair to it, I should say. All right.
We've got about 5 or 6 more caps left, and then that'll complete.
There's quite a bit.
A huge lot of.
Looks like Boom is in at 110 now.
So this one's a
Boom Dog
lumber
came in at 110.
There's some like lumber shavings on it.
Free shavings with the hat.
No extra charge for the lumber shavings.
Stanley says, I just like watching all your videos. Todd says, that'll be fun to watch. I promise you it will be fun. Those corduroy hats are a big deal. You love them.
They are cool. I don't see them often, so that's why I think they're neat.
Pop Troy's in at 111 now. They want to make sure it's not dandruff on that hat. I think you're okay.
It looks like it's a lumber hat, so it makes sense why there was lumber shavings on it.
111 is high bid right now with Papa Troy.
I'm ready for the timer.
George says she's ready for the
Tucker lumber. See all the shavings?
I do. I definitely see it. Bonus shavings for the lumber. All right. And Beatrice says, Jeremy, you're a good storyteller. That's why I like your videos. If the video doesn't have a story, we shouldn't be videoing it, right? I mean, that's what we all love. We love a good story. And Otter Creek is maybe one of the craziest stories any of us have ever witnessed in our lives. Deanne's now at 125. $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States. Additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is. No guarantees and no returns. We have not tested these hats. And if there's anything with the hats, it's bonus for you. You don't have to pay for it. So, that being said, we got them from the flea market. We had a ton of fun doing it as well. And you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you literally only have 1 minute to win it. Deanne's high bidder right now at
We
125.
got one more lot before the free giveaway.
Free giveaways coming up really soon. George just said that she's got one more lot and then she's got a free giveaway. Free giveaways coming up soon. High bidder right now is 125. 125 is high bid. 40 seconds left to go. 125 is high bid right now with Deanne. About 35 seconds left to go. USG, look at that hat right there. I didn't even see that one before. Wow. Becky goes, my husband's been out fishing. I want to sell his 50 sports hats. I wouldn't tell him, but she sent him out fishing so she get rid of them. We're going to sell her hats next. All right. Okay. We got 15 seconds left to go. I think it's still 125. Deanne's in at 125 with 20 seconds. 10 seconds left to go. Frank says there's a pretty high price on shavings right now. Okay, and going one. Boom Dog just came in at 165. Boom Dog just got a snipe in. Boom Dog just got the snipe in. 165. Wow. Wow. Flippin' Adventures is on the sold tonight. Boom Dog just got the snipe in time. 165. Deanne is backup bidder. That being said, Boom Dog, you know what to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and you're going to send your bid amount 165. Tell George it's for the hats. And then Deanne, your backup.
Lumber shavings on the table.
Lumber shavings are bonus. Deanne, your backup. Deanne's tried to get into 135, just didn't get in there fast enough. You're back up at 125. All right, one more incredible lot. Then we're giving away. We got a stamp lot, and then we're giving away these bad boys right here. So this was in a members only video. We actually purchased this yesterday morning. I don't even know what's inside of it. So we purchased it yesterday morning, and we're going to look at it together right now. We are going to look at it together right now.
So these are assorted stamped envelopes. This one's dated 1971, first day of issue. I don't know how many are in here altogether. This one is dated 1971. You get the stamp and then the envelope that comes with it.
You need to move slower and stay on the same plane so it's focused. You have barely been focused. So this is the stamp collection that we bought yesterday.
Yep, and then you see the date right here in the circle.
Looks like Sherry's in at 85 right now. 85. So this was actually featured in a members only video for the level What the Hale's family with all the bonus videos every week. And Alf just said those are first day covers. They're called first day covers.
Yep, first day of issue. You'll see where it says first day of issue. And then this one's dated 1972.
See all kinds of bids coming in. 165, I think, is the high bid right now. Very, very cool. 200 is the high bid right now.
1972.
Marcus is in at 200.
1972. Here's a Peace Corps 1972 stamp with the envelope.
Avetta says, how many bonus videos do you get as a member? Well, as the first tier member, you get emojis. As the second tier member, you get a bonus live stream every week. And then as the third tier, you get all of those things and you get an extra video a week. So remember, you're not guaranteed that we'll put out 6 videos in a live stream a week. If we get to it, that's great. Sometimes we just get tired. Sometimes we need a break. Sometimes life just doesn't end up that way, even if we try. So with the membership, you always know you're going to get a members only video. It could be anything. So we've shown
no specific dates of when we're released,
and there's no specific date when that video comes out. We've shown things to members in video such as evidence against Mary that nobody else has seen yet. So there are things that members get access. There's times where George and I went live for the members when we were on our way home getting our money back from the scam unit. And they know what's going on. A lot of times the members know what's going on before anybody else, because we'll do an extra live with them and we'll answer. It's a more intimate setting to be able to answer those questions.
There's times where Patience and Christian will do lives.
Patience and Christian will do lives with them and answer all their questions. So, it's extra. Marcus is in at 235 now. 235. For those who want extras, so Crafty Jen said on the keep it zipped on the extra secrets we get to know. So there are things that I share with the members that they know they cannot share outside with the public audience until the appropriate time. So Crafty Jen, that's what Crafty Jen is actually referring to. There are things that are shared in there that are secrets that can't be shared at that point in time. Sherry's now in at 255. Ivette says, that really sounds great. I think the members that are a part of it enjoy it. Soldier Mom says, mum's the word.
We're still on 1972.
Still in 72. George, where were you in 1972?
Wasn't even born yet. Neither were you.
Yeah, but I was dreaming of
Fast forward 10 years.
I was dreaming.
Hello, world.
And I was dreaming of little baby George. I was 5 and I was like, hi, you're going to be my best friend. Hi, my name's Jeremy. You're my best friend.
What's the Olympic Winter Games?
Kevin Cast is in at 300. 300 is the bid now.
This really is a cool collection.
Very cool collection.
There's another Winter Games, 1972. Here's John Hansen.
And the collection is already all displayed for you in a beautiful book.
Mm-hmm. Honoring John Hansen, 1972. Here is a Economic Commission for Europe stamp.
JK says, was that the members only sound voice? Yeah, it sounds like Mickey Mouse, JK. That's typically what we do in members only.
Here's a PTA Association stamp.
That's what I got from the neighbors across the street, right? I got PTA. Jimmy just became a super fan.
Of PTSD.
So super fan is the first level where you get the emojis. And then Addicted Fan is where you get the emojis and an extra live stream. And then What the Hale's Family is where you get the emojis, the extra live stream, and the extra video.
Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn.
Oh,
stamp.
That is cool.
1972.
Wow.
Here's a Benjamin Franklin stamp. Two stamps, 1972. Here's some Wildlife Conservation 1972 stamps.
That is cool.
American Pharmacy.
72. That seems like so long ago, but it
Here's
really isn't that long ago.
125th anniversary United States postage stamps. 1972. Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas.
And all through the house.
1972.
There was a creature stirring. It was George pretending to be a mouse.
Art at the United Nations.
It's Shar says she remembers these stamps from back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I think stamps. I've grown to have a bigger appreciation for stamps. There's Season's Greetings, Christmas 1972.
Trucker says that's a big lot of stamps.
Eugene O'Neill, 73.
Ooh,
We've got
Nixon.
Richard Nixon, 73.
Philip said, we were poor. I remember a different kind of stamps.
Here's the Inauguration Day, Richard Nixon, 1973.
Boy, that's a piece of history right there.
Here's the for someone special. Here's the love stamp, 1973.
Would you ever buy me a love stamp?
Sure.
Love stamp, baby.
Here's a 1973
Love stamp, baby, love
American
stamp.
Revolution bicentennial. Here's a honoring George Gershwin, 73.
Do you think the post office will ever make a stamp out of Otter Creek?
United Nations, I don't know, 73. And if the world doesn't do it, I'm sure someone at home that's artsy could make one. 1973 American Revolution, 1973. I think there's a few more, and then there's some empty sleeves in the back to add to the collection. Here is Harry S. Truman, 1973. And then we've got
pretty incredible collection.
Nicholas Copernicus, 1973. Never heard of that guy before.
Copernicus?
Is it?
That's my guess.
And then these are all empty sleeves to add to the collection, but you'll get this assorted. Oh,
bonus.
there's a bonus in the back.
Look at that. What? Wait, let me see it again.
This is just an envelope, I think.
Yeah, I know, but that's an actual stamp. It's a stamped envelope. That's a 1 1/4 cent stamp. Authorized nonprofit. Wow.
I wonder if there's anything in it.
Don't take it out.
Okay.
Whoever buys it can take it out and check. Okay. All right. I think we're at 300 is what I saw last. All right. We're going to be giving away some lights here tonight. And looks like we just got another mix. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be giving some lights away here tonight, but first we're going to sell this stamp collection. $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States. Additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is. No guarantees and no returns. We bought this yesterday morning at the flea market, and now you can own it as well. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. All right. High bid right now is 300 on the collection. First day issue. 300. Right now is the bid. Philip White says, will we hear the new mix tonight? We very well may. That may be how we go out tonight with the new mix. DJ just sent me the new mix. All right, 300 still the high bid right now with about 30 seconds left to go. What an amazing collection. What a capture of history. 300 still the high bid right now. Very cool. Very, very cool. With about 15 seconds left to go. Nay just said, thanks for the updates. Cool stamps. Thank you, Nay. Appreciate it. Pop Troy just came in at 200, but I think he's a little bit behind. Sherry just came in at 325. Sherry's high bidder right now, 325. Sherry's high bidder, 325. 325 going once. 325 going twice. And sold to Sherry. Sherry got it. 325 to Sherry. Wow, Sherry got it. Kathy missed the snipe at 336. Oh my goodness. Here comes all the snipes here. Yeah, it was Sherry. Carl said Jeremy should be the Otter Creek stamp since he inspires us to be better in the town. No, the whole town should be on the stamp, man. Whole town. All right, Sherry, you know what to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, which is the same. Usually I say even if it's, but it is the same. Okay. And your shipping address, your bid amount of, I think it was $325. And then let George know it's the stamp collection and casting. Can't talk. And Ketting Cast, your backup bidder, you can send all that information to George as well. Right there. Okay. Right there. All right. We do have 3 O-lights to give away tonight, which we will be giving away. All right. Kathy says old schoolhouse for the stamp. That would be kind of cool, to be honest with you. And you guys know how much I really do. I love I really do. I love the old schoolhouse. Never in a million years did George and I think that we would own that piece of property. We were as shocked, I think, as everybody in. We were as shocked as everybody in Otter Creek that we ended up owning it.
Yeah.
And
well, we were shocked that the church didn't want our help to get it for them.
That was shocking. Now come to find out, you know what else is shocking? Now come to find out that Russell was not moving forward on the grant. And that piece of property was available the entire time. And I got some clarification this week. The grant doesn't have to be for a new build. So a lot of people have been going, oh, why don't you use the grant to buy the old store and the gas station and make that a community center? Well, there's a good chance the turnpike is coming in and that building would be immediately gone. And so what building in Otter Creek works for that better than anything else? It's the old Ark. And so it's the old schoolhouse. And they could have been working, they could have bought that and they could have been working on it and restored it. But at the same time, I don't believe the town could have ever afforded the operational expenses of it. Just with all the things that we said before. So we're still shocked. We're shocked that we have it, but that would be cool on a stamp. All right. Got some cool stuff here tonight.
Right, we'll have 3 lucky winners this evening.
Do you think we should listen to the new mix before we have
Sure.
a winner? Or should we go out on the new mix?
Whoever is the first person to answer the trivia question correctly, you get dibs on which
Okay.
you want.
I don't think I'm going to be able to play this one because it's... But
well, we haven't heard it yet to screen it.
this... Oh, can't play it.
So
Can't
you'll
play it.
either
Okay.
get the purple one, that's a Baton 3 Max.
Okay.
And then we have 2 of the Seeker 4.
I really like these ones.
Yeah.
I like those ones.
I like them all.
They remind me of
So-
you. This reminds
again,
me of
if
me.
you're-
This reminds me of George.
So if you're the first one to answer the trivia question correctly, you'll get first dibs on whichever old light you'd like.
All right, and as always, I did not do my job, but Flippin' Adventures did. So that's always a good thing because now she even gets paid for it. Before she was doing it volunteer. And so I'm sure there's many, many things that she still does volunteer.
Shelly says, I love my little old light.
I love them too. Okay, so let's pull up the questions here. Okay. All right, I like that.
You let me know which one.
Well, I think number 2. She gives me 3 options, and I think number 2 really encapsulates both me and you.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's some other good ones, but
they're all good.
We're looking for a very specific answer. So I'm letting you know, looking for a very specific answer. So don't answer yet because if it's not specific, you didn't win it. All right. And you want to win this. So George and I, this is where they start putting out answers when I go, so George and I went to the flea market. They're going to start typing Hartville, cars, garbage pail kids. No, that's not the answers. Okay.
Flippin' Adventure says, I don't even remember what number 2 was.
I do. George and I went to the flea market with Conky and Noreen. We had a good time. And we purchased a lot of things that we could pass on to you guys. We literally went to purchase items to pass on to you guys. So we know a lot of you guys don't have an opportunity to source like we do. So we went out and sourced as well. But there was also some things that we purchased that might just stick around. So what I want to know is how much did wait, wrong question. Wrong question. Do not start putting amounts in there. Tricked you, threw you off. What I want to know is what is the kid's name on the latest green light garbage pail kid car card? So I bought that garbage pail kid car right there behind George's head that you can't see. And it was from a fan. What is the card name? What is the garbage pail kid's card name? It is very, very specific. Very, very specific. And it has to be that right there. And we can pull it up and prove what the answer is.
very, very specific. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you right now. If I move this, there. Now it's in full view. I can actually read it right now if George would move her head.
Oh,
But-
sorry.
Oh, okay. For those who want to zoom in, the answer is right there. It is right there. And this is not going to be easy. So it encapsulates both George and I. Oh man, I see some very, very, very close answers.
Mhm.
Oh, I saw a right answer.
I got my 2 winners right here.
We need 3. That's great
Oh,
that
I'm
you
sorry.
got 2, but
I got my 3 winners right here. Let me write it down before I lose their names.
all right. These are really super cool Olites.
I'm writing the names down before I
ones a
lose
lot.
it.
These ones are compact. You put them in your hoodie. This one you clip onto your belt, on your waist. But we make sure that we got the winners here tonight, and we did mention, actually, to be honest with you, which we always are, but Olite actually sent these and said, "Will you please give these away to your fans?" And we went, "Yeah." So let's say that we're going to give them away, and then we'll give them away on Sunday night. And so they actually gave these to us to give away to you guys.
All right, I
Which
got
we
my
appreciate.
3. I got my 3 winners that answered correctly.
All right. So
So many of you came so close.
what's the answer?
So
Oh,
close.
You ain't nothing hound dog
So
crying all the time.
in honor of the Elvis song,
You
Hound
ain't never been a
Dog,
turtle, and you ain't no
the
friend
correct
of mine.
answer is Hound Dog.
Hound dog. As a matter of
Dog.
fact,
And so many of you answered Hound Dog, which is so close.
I'm going to take it
The
off
first
right
person
now.
to answer
Uh-oh.
the trivia question correctly with Hound Dog is Janine Morris. Congratulations, Janine. Email me at whatthehales@yahoo.com. Let me know if you want the purple Baton 3 Max.
That's blue.
That's purple, or if you want one of the blue Seeker 4 minis.
You ain't never
The
caught a
second
turtle,
person
and you ain't
to
no friend
answer
of mine.
correctly is Mary Parfait. Congratulations, Mary. Email me at whatthehales@yahoo. Let me know if you want a blue, or maybe even a purple. Maybe the first one wants a blue. Let me know what your first and second choice are. And then the third person to answer correctly is Connie Jones with Hound Dog.
Wow.
Congratulations, lady.
You ain't
Make
never
sure
caught
you
a
email
turtle,
me at
and you ain't no friend of
whatthehales@yahoo.com. Let me
mine.
know what your first, second, and second choice is.
They said you was high class.
So DJ sent us a song that's not family friendly that we could play as our
the
closing
very
song.
first word was a cuss word. No, we can't, unfortunately. Unfortunately. DJ
Oh,
Tat did
man.
send us a song that we will not be able to share with you because it has a
DJ, you may have to come up with like
it
a
has a
clean
John
version.
Crook, it has a John Crook word in it.
Oh yeah, and that man's dirty. He's foul. He's so foul.
That dirty is a
You may have to come up with a
Foul,
clean,
foul, dirty
edited
man.
version.
yeah, he is a dirty foul man.
He really is. And it's sad because he's raising this poor child talking like this around her.
Both of them are. They're
Oh
both
my
the same.
goodness. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We try and release a pre-recorded video every day at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, and then we go live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Jeremy usually likes to end the live off with a song.
The end.
Want to say a special thank you to all of our moderators. A thank you to everyone that sent a super chat and a super sticker donation this evening. Thank you to everyone that became a member this evening, everyone that upgraded their membership. We appreciate you guys.
I'm just playing you out.
Okay. I think I remembered to give all the appropriate thank yous.
That's good because we get mad if you don't.
The times that we don't say thank you and good night to everyone and we just cut the live, people get upset. But that's not like us. That's not our character. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. We love you all. Say good night, Jeremy. I'm waiting for you.
Good night, Jeremy.
Good night, everyone.